random like heat waves have been kind of crazy, you know.
Yeah, them heat waves been messing everything up. Like I
Mm.
like you know how people talk about seasonal depression? I was always
Mhm.
someone who loves the fall and the winter seasons. And so, I just love the cold, crisp air, being wrapping yourself up in a coat and just some warm clothing. I know I like that shit. But some people don't like that shit. They get seasonal depression and all that. But this shit with this warm ass weather where it feels like it's spring, it makes me feel like, yeah, I get seasonal depression now.
It's like no,
God.
it's like it's like a sick generator, like because it's always like real cold and then it goes up to like 60, and then
Mm.
it's like what are we doing here?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's just a sick joke.
Hate heat waves. Heat waves suck.
I gotta send out the. Hold on, let me find the link for this thing.
I love your title. Wow, robots Joker, Lego Pharrell. Oh my! Uh, this title. This title man has for the video. Oh my!
Hey man, I was trying to be a little
Dang,
different with
it's a
it.
good title.
Yeah.
No, it's a good title. I just think
I
it's
mean, because
hilarious.
it's because we've seen so well. At least I've seen a lot of movies since the last stream, so it's just like, oh yeah,
Mhm.
there's a lot to talk about because so much came out, and also just some stuff I just was catching up on, or old stuff catching up on.
It's
So
true. That's true. That's true.
hoping y'all caught
I
up
hope
on some
Taj's
stuff.
Letterboxd has more than four.
Hey, whoa, 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 whoa.
Does
Why
it?
are we attacking me? Why are we
No, it
attacking
doesn't.
me
Is
this
what I'm hearing.
early?
Got it.
Maybe not. Okay? Look, I've been in my gamer bag recently.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Sonic X Shadow Generation, Sparking Zero, and Hades 2 all came out in a similar time,
Shit,
and
you
I'm
know what?
like,
You're right.
Hey,
oh,
hey, look, Tosh, I'm gonna tell you now. You mentioned in Sparking Zero, it don't matter because 90% of the player base dropped off in like a week.
I do
so
not
you,
understand. Okay,
so that means, so you
look.
might be in that percentile that dropped off. So you really don't got an excuse with that one.
No,
Who?
no, 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 no. Let me explain. Let me explain. This is coming from a guy whose first ever Dragon Ball game was Fighters. Like, I ain't ever
Whoa.
touched a booty. Yeah, it's crazy. As
Jeez.
much of a Dragon Ball fan as I am, I have somehow stayed in a bubble long enough to never touch them shits. You know what I mean? I played Fighters, and I'm like, oh, this is sick. Let me TOD people and like just be a menace with my Broly Gotenks UI Goku combo. Like, I go on Sparking Zero. I'm like, damn, bro. I have no idea what I'm doing to the homie who's done nothing but play these games, and he's just been teaching me how to play this shit.
Mm.
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fun game, but I totally get why the player base dropped. That game needs some updates, a lot,
Um,
as soon as
as a
possible.
as a person who's never touched this type of game, why are people expecting like it to be a legitimate fighting game? I don't know. Maybe that's just how I see like uh again, I've never touched it. I've never touched Budokai Tenkaichi.
Mhm.
I understand that like, it's supposed to like kind of like lean more into like the feeling of like, hey, let's have like actual like legit like Dragon Ball fighting like mechanics in like a fighting game type shit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Yeah,
But like
I'll say I don't. Actually, yeah. Keep going.
the outside looking in, my brain always saw this is like, oh, so like do people just give this game and like Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm like a pass of it not being like generic anime fighter number like 57, you know what I mean? Like I
Mm.
saw people
Mm.
legitimately saying like, "Hey, it'd be so cool to see Sparking Zero go into Evo," but then seeing like, "Oh, these characters are actually like canon like strength type shit." No, like what? Like again, I see it as more like just
Yeah,
like a fun party slash fighting game type shit.
yeah. I mean, if you've seen people who want it to be competitive, then I guess I can't talk. But the reason I think it needs updates is that there's just a lot of fundamental things, like not really gameplay wise, that are like need fixing. Like the UI is ugly as hell. The
Okay.
couch co-op, which I get why it's lacking, but it's lacking, and that is actually like a huge problem. Because I
Mm.
play local multiplayer with my homies, and playing one stage like it's cool to play the game, but it's low key nasty to just look at one stage like for hours.
Yeah, no,
Like
I
let
get you. I
like
get you.
and I don't know. Plus, like not letting people do tournaments in local co-op is super fucked up. Because I did some tournaments with some CPUs, and that's fun as hell. And apparently, like the online isn't good, but I haven't played that, so I can't talk.
It's pretty. There's like this one glitch where it forces you to charge every time, like, or your opponent keeps charging and you can't like do anything else other than charge and use your specials. And so that's one big annoying thing online. But other than that, when playing with your friends, it's fine. The online's fine.
Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know.
But like the game itself is just, it really lends itself to too much random bullshit. Like, so it's just like, it works in the vacuum of playing with your friends with the random outcomes. But when you're trying to, if you're trying to actually have a real serious game, you go to fighters, please go to fighters. And-
Yeah, 100%.
Well, well, I guess when you compare to, I say go to Fighters. Fighters still got some wacky BS in it, though. I'm not gonna hold you.
It may have some wacky BS, but here's the thing. Did you hear about the one tournament they held for Sparking Zero where it took like an hour just to finish the final match?
Oh,
Probably
brother,
dreams
that
for the
sounds
game.
awful.
They could
That
stop
sounds
doing that.
awful.
Yes, it took an hour, and even the freaking MCs or like the dudes on the mics gave up like partway through because they were just like, dude, this is nothing. Because everyone, it's just them teleporting back and forth and shit, or the game or the camera just going wacky, and it's like, yeah, this isn't entertaining. This is just random nonsense. It looks marginally better than Naruto Ninja Storm, but not by much.
Yeah.
Also, hello, CH Animates, and stay away. And Onigiri, shout out to Onigiri. What were you saying, Joe?
Hello, everyone. Oh, I was just saying, I think, I don't know. To be fair, I don't know much about the online. That probably is a huge part of the player drop off, but a part of me,
I've heard.
I wish. I
From
wish
what I'm
local was
hearing,
there.
I have not touched it. I'm kind of legitimately enjoying like the story mode of what if shit. What's it called? Ranked? Hell on earth. Then again,
Oh.
that's like any ranking, like any game with rank. You know, it's
Mhm.
man. I wonder if I'm gonna have a good. I wonder if I'm gonna have a good time in the sweat mode. No,
Oh,
but
hell no.
it's really bad. And
Okay.
You done?
Oh wait, sorry, my bad. I kind of blanked out. I blanked out for a minute.
Blanked out.
Yeah, sorry. I think my mic was fucking up, but literally, yeah, no, it's really bad in like fucking a game where you have characters that literally blow up planets, and they're like, yeah, let's actually make that, their actual strength type shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And yet somehow niggas are losing to like a whole ass Yajirobe because like, hey, these niggas don't know how to play the game type shit, which is still really funny.
100%. No, there's so many jank characters like Metal Cooler. Whoa. If y'all actually like, I don't know if y'all touch Metal Cooler. That is actually like the most gross character to play because instant regen and I don't know, like teleportation.
Oh no,
like,
no, Goku Daima with the fucking getting back his health after
Really?
going to sleep. That shit's disgusting.
Oh,
He-
I have not played Daima, so
My
I'm
my
have to check
friend plays Daima, and you asshole, I hate you for it so much, bastard. Like,
Oh my
I
God.
hate because that man
All of his life?
every time he gets like a good chunk of his life back, like almost 2 bars.
That's
He
a
gets
lot.
so much back, and it's like, what the fuck? And it's so quick. If you're not like, you have to stay on your on his ass, otherwise he'll just get it back. Like he'll just get his health back, and it's like, fuck. Oy. So stay away, X. Do you have a favorite found footage horror film? I'm gonna be honest, I don't watch a lot of those, so I didn't really see any, so not really.
I might. I'm thinking. I like my horror movies. I like my found footage movies. Damn. I low key don't. Fuck. I actually don't have an answer. It's not horror. I was gonna say Chronicle, but that's not horror. It has horror vibes, but I think just because it's found footage, but it's not a horror movie.
Man,
So I guess I don't have to say.
the director for Chronicle had so much potential. Then he
What
made
else did he do?
Fan 4 stick.
Oh my, oh my God.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so yucky. That's so icky.
Nasty,
Why
right?
would you tell me this?
Craziest drop off in human history.
Biggest drop.
Craziest.
You don't know how
Craziest.
disappointed I was when I found that out. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? You were right there, man.
One of the best, most honestly, even to this day, unique superhero films to making. Might be like the worst. Like might be one of the worst superhero movies like out there.
I'm gonna switch over now. All right, we're finally back in this bitch with another Letterboxd stream. But before we get started, chat, I want to shout out my Patreon. I have 3. That's right, 3 exclusive videos up there right now. I covered Robot Dreams in a movie thoughts and a simple thoughts for Maya and the 3 and another movie thoughts for Bebe's kids. Y'all go over there right now for $1. You get to watch any and all exclusive videos. Also, you might want to get in on the Patreon now because I'm also going to be adding some new perks, including live reactions to any shows or movies I'm currently watching, or might do it through a raffle of your pickings if it's something y'all want me to live react to. Might even invite some guests to watch along. So, go over to the Patreon if you're not part of it, and just for $1 you get to watch all that. $2 allows you access to the raffles and putting in your own picks. So, just go over there now. Let me post the link in the chat real quick. Come on now.
Yeah, Patreon.
Yep.
Woo woo.
And it's also in the description, so y'all can go there as well. But yeah, now back into the Letterboxd stream. So, what movies do y'all want to start us off with?
What is the most recent movie you watched, man?
Today that would be today actually. I watched The Apprentice, and like it's funny because like that movie's about Trump, but it's from when he started in like the 70s when he had like the shitty hotel that was discriminating against black tenants and everything.
Damn.
Yeah, it started from that point and all the way up to about the 90s, like, and it was more following how he was this apprentice to this one dude named Roy Barnes, I think, or so. Like, he was just this very shitty and shady lawyer who pretty much taught him a lot of the ropes of how to be as despicable as he is. Like, everything you see how Trump is, like, he got it from this dude. And but Trump, weirdly enough, is the one who pushed it further beyond what his teacher did. So it's just like, wow, Trump is worse. It's somehow it's like his mentor was tame compared to what he is. It's weird how it works like that. Ugh, but it's a very visceral, I want to say, movie. Okay, like, let me get right there. Yeah, I'll hear that thunder out there. They don't like the fact that I'm talking about our president. Ugh. But yeah, like it's a very visceral movie that has the balls to show how disgusting Trump is. Like, if you know if you know about Trump and his essay cases, like they make it clear. It's like, yeah, this is who your president is. Just so y'all know, like, because this is based on an actual thing that happened in history where, like, he very much assaulted his wife.
Yeah.
That thunderstorm is strong. Oh my god. should not be a thunderstorm in November. But yeah, that's The Apprentice. If y'all see, I highly recommend it. I do actually recommend it. Sebastian Stan is actually really good as Trump, the Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I have not seen it, so I'm definitely. It's been on my, whatchamacallit, like radar for a while. I keep getting like ads and promotional stuff for it. I don't know. Like, I guess what studio made it, but they're doing a really good job of getting the word out there about it. Because I've seen like hella about it. So I'll definitely check it out.
Oh yeah, definitely go give it a watch if you can. Onigiри's like, damn, I didn't know he played Trump in it. I'm gonna have to see if I can find it somewhere. Yeah, right now it should be in theaters, or I think it's also it looks like it's also near it's on Amazon and Google. So there you go. Oh, Kiwi, I know you want to talk about Joker.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It is such a good movie. It is
This nigga was too ready.
I'm not gonna lie. I
I
see that shit.
I have no clue. Why people would be mad at this movie. I don't.
Are you
get it
shitting
at
me?
all.
Are you shitting me?
Serious. I'm so serious.
No.
I feel like
Okay, you watched.
okay.
You and me watched this with somehow parallel mindsets. Like we somehow on the same wavelength, but it's still just not quite there.
I'm not gonna say that it's like better than the first one, but it's still a really really good movie. I feel like there was so many good things, like so many good like scenes within the movie, so many good shots. Just like even if you're not necessarily there for the story, it's just like wow, it was just I felt like the movie was really good, like on all fronts. I think, and I liked the story that they told. I was very satisfied and with the conclusion of it. I thought it was something that they could even build off of, like going forward if they wanted to. But it's like
Not with that ending, no.
I feel like they could.
What the fuck else could you build off from that ending?
Okay, so just for the niggas that haven't seen it, it's just like I feel like
do we spoil it? Chat, sound off. Do y'all want us to spoil Joker 2? Because it's very divisive.
Because okay, so that nigga at the end, it's like I feel like that could move forward. I feel like that could be a thing,
Onigiri says, "Go ahead. I ain't gonna watch it."
If we get one more person that says yes, I think we can spoil it. I feel like if someone was against it, they would have said no by now. But I want to make sure it's not just one person.
Yeah. Nah, I saw you. It's worth spoiling. Nobody should see this movie.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Then I guess we go.
Bombs away. So, in the end, Arthur dies. He gets killed by a prisoner who seemed to be a follower of his, but in actuality was Heath Ledger Joker.
Wait, hold
on. I went to like tie my shoes.
Yeah. Arthur was killed by Heath Ledger Joker in the asylum.
Wait, 100% it's Heath Ledger Joker.
It basically is him. It's supposed to be Heath Ledger Joker. Okay. Like he speaks in with the inflection, and he just gets killed by Heath Ledger Joker. Just to be like, yeah, this was not the real Joker.
Now, how I feel about that, right?
Spit, King, speak your shit.
Like not only could it be Heath Ledger Joker, but I also feel like it could have also just been the Joker that they were setting up in the Batman. And I feel like if they went in that direction, it would make a whole ton of sense. I feel like this would be like, oh my god, so he killed the original Joker, and now he's the Joker that's in prison right now, that's in the Batman.
That theory can work a lot better, a little. but still stupid.
And
'Cause
even
it's
and
like,
even if you want to even if you want to say it's like Heath Ledger Joker, it's like, okay, if we're not gonna like sit here and be like and be like, oh, he could never live up to that performance. It's like I don't even know if I don't even necessarily niggas would be asking for that. It's like you can't, obviously you can't necessarily replicate that. You can, but it's not gonna be the same. Um, so it's like you can't like I can't necessarily really ask for anything more, you know. So in the end, I thought that his death was really poetic. For however they really start to go forward with that universe. Um, I felt like him dying was definitely needed. Um, Not exactly sure where the only really like thing that I didn't necessarily like was like Lady Gaga, she was like, "Oh, I'm pregnant." And then nothing ever actually really came of that.
yeah, they didn't even have the shot from the trailer with her like pumping on the steps with the pregnancy belly. Like they didn't. That's not in the movie.
So it's like, yeah, that's like one thing that I was a little bit like, okay, what was that about? Um, but other than that, I really liked the movie. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it wasn't as good as the first one, but it was really good either way.
See, I went in knowing it's like, okay, this is. I had a little bit of the movie spoiled for me. I didn't know the full ending. I just knew this one part with the courthouse. I just knew that part happened. But I knew that this was supposed to be basically Todd Phillips saying "fuck you" to the incels. I knew this was a movie that was basically supposed to be a train wreck.
Which is cool. I like that.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
that's what
I think
makes.
it's kind of funny.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit funny on that front. It made a lot funny because that's what was it, $150 million budget wasted from Warner Brothers. Because ain't nobody watched this shit. Ain't nobody go to the theaters for this because they figured it's like this ain't about to be good. Who the fuck thought the first one wasn't a fucking musical? Who the fuck thought this menthol sounding motherfucker could actually sing? We know that wasn't about to sound good. And don't get me wrong, we can accept a Joker musical. People can actually accept that if you actually play into it pretty well, you know? Like, you just have him being such a shit talker and he's just bashing skulls in or some stuff like that. Like, it's very tongue-in-cheek or something. But this Joker wasn't funny. He really wasn't funny to pull it off. He wasn't charismatic. So, of course, this being a musical isn't about to play right. It was just... And then, of course, you're like, oh, yeah, Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. Boy, was that nothing. That was like, wow, we got her to say maybe something's going to happen, but nothing. Like, this is Harley Quinn in name completely only. Like, damn, is this not Harley Quinn? Like, it's not even the strong, independent Harley Quinn that we've seen in her own TV show or in the Suicide Squad. It's not, the Mr. J type of Harley Quinn. It's just some crazy psycho bitch that for some reason just hangs around another psycho motherfucker. But she's a trust fund baby this time around. Like she's just in Arkham by choice. Like she volunteered herself. She's not really in there because she did anything crazy. I mean, she does do something crazy, like try to burn down the place, but I guess for some reason they don't keep her in they don't commit her there. They're just like, you still can leave even though you just tried to burn down the place, but whatever.
I mean, do they have evidence of that though, that it was her? So would they have known in the first place?
I mean, I guess you gotta go. Yeah, that's a fair point. But it really was just like, it's just one of those. It really is a beautiful train wreck because it's like it does everything in complete opposite of what the first movie did, because they understood, because they figured, oh, you fucking morons who think Arthur is right. He's not. He's a fucking moron who just got lucky that one time he actually was justified in killing somebody. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? He doesn't have a plan. That's what the movie makes so clear, is that that Arthur is so pathetic and has no means, he has no real agency to himself. It's like, it's honestly, it kind of makes your skin crawl with how pathetic they can make someone look, just because it's like, wow. But you get why, because it's like, yeah, you incels don't get it. These people you follow, your fucking orange president that y'all want, he doesn't have a plan that's gonna be good for you. You know? Stop following these false idols. But you have to sit through a 2-hour and almost 30-minute slog. It almost feels like 3 hours. It almost feels like 3 hours, because it's so slow. Nothing happens. All the musical sequences, they're just fantasies in Arthur's head. There's no actual action. Arthur doesn't actually don the Joker costume till like way late into the film, and he doesn't do anything Jokery. He just pretends to be Foghorn Leghorn as his own lawyer at a court in the trial. That's it. It's just a trial and asylum movie. It was so stupid. Like, it genuinely was just one of those things that you're just watching, and it's like, this was the most meticulous train wreck. Like, every crash was so well thought out. Every scene is just a wrecked car just piling onto the last one, you know? It's crazy. It's insane. But it genuinely is one of the biggest jokes against everything, because it's just like, yeah, what did you expect? This wasn't supposed to have a sequel. Arthur's not a person with a plan. He's just a mental nut job. He doesn't know what he's doing. There's no movie you can build off of this, because he doesn't know what he's wants to do. He doesn't know what he's rebelling against. But that's the point. Oh man.
I mean, I really like, I absolutely agree, like, totally with what Mann is saying. The only difference is that I took that as like, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful film.
It's a funny film to me.
So
it's the biggest joke in cinematic history. And it's so ironic that it's a Joker movie.
I know, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Onigiri in chat says, I feel like directing something to purposefully be a train wreck is impressive in its own way.
It's kind of funny. Like, imagine getting all this money and just being like, damn, I'm going to make something actively bad. What are they going to do? Fire me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they spent hundreds of millions of dollars for this film. And to be fair, it's a beautiful looking movie. It's gorgeous. Like, the cinematography is amazing. If this gets snubbed at the Oscars, then yeah, that's fucked up. It actually would be pretty fucked up. But
because it's beautiful. It's a beautiful movie.
Oh yeah. But man, it's like, it's such a glittery turd. I guess that's what you could call it. Such a very glittery turd. Like, oh man. Like, oh, I wonder what Joaquin Phoenix thinks, but what everyone has to think about making this film. Like, what do they think exactly?
I hope they all just had like a really good time making it, at least. Like,
like they're
that would
aware
really
it's
add,
all
that would really add to like the beauty of it, honestly, too.
like behind the scenes. It's like, oh yeah, it was such a fun production. Everyone was just dancing. We were sharing drinks. We got drunk. Oh, man. That low key would help make it one of my favorite movies just on that. Just because it's like, yep, new friendships were formed that day. Everybody had a good time, just making these terrible scenes that they knew were just awful, and they were gonna piss off everybody.
That's so
Oh,
interesting. I did not
man.
end up watching this. I felt like I wouldn't have liked it just because I was sort of on the first one already. I'm very critical with superhero movies, so I was already on the first one a little bit, and I was like, I'm probably not gonna like this one. And I saw the trailers, I was like, I'm actually so good.
Oh man.
I mean, from what, like, if you don't necessarily care about that this is Joker, I mean, I can like kind of recommend this because the story in itself, when it's self-contained, is like pretty good. I feel like it's just kind of just like IRL and then in universe people rallying behind this like mentally ill guy, and then just like everything crumbling apart because he's just a mentally ill guy. So I just, I thought it was really good. I thought it was beautiful for those reasons. And I gave it 4 stars on Letterboxd. 4.5. There you go.
said, I think everyone that hated this just has absolutely no fun with anything at all in life,
true.
and they are sad
It's
and
true.
lonely.
It's true.
Everyone.
That movie
Read
was
it
so
again.
fun.
I
That movie
mean,
was so fun.
I had fun with it, and I mean, I got a girlfriend, so yeah.
It's true. Well, Kiwi, I guess you're right.
But think about it.
Having fun and isn't
I
lonely.
did say it was valid. So it's okay.
Either ways of life are valid, but I'm built different. Oh my god! And then Tariq, he
See?
this nigga double back on this bitch. He double back.
He gets it. He gets it.
He double back.
LMFAO. Honestly, that makes so much sense.
Where
That is
the fuck is this
Tariq
nigga
review
needs
I've
to
ever
join
read in my
hell.
life.
Oh my, we gotta talk about this. I gotta
That's
talk
right.
to this nigga. I'm texting him now, bro.
That's what he said. LMFAO is the funniest review I've ever read in my life, actually.
He said this shit is so nice he had to see it twice. I can't believe it.
On 2 separate days. We hadn't even realized that. That's actually so crazy.
He watched it on Halloween.
He's like, one more time. One more time. And the fact that he had the same opinion is actually even funnier. His opinion didn't change. He's like, nah, it's still funny.
Oh my god.
Damn, maybe I should have seen this movie. Maybe I should have.
You honestly should, just because, like, oh my god, it's just so fascinating. Like,
If you
it
don't
sticks
like
with
or
you.
care, if you don't like or care about the story itself, the rest of like the production of the movie is really good.
Oh, then I'm probably gonna have a great time.
Oh.
I'm probably gonna have a great time.
I'm
very good at not
There's
caring.
some scenes in there that are like, wow, this is really cool how they did this.
Okay. Yeah, no, I have not seen it all. The only exposure to it is like just because I'm in film school. When I think after it came out, I went to class, and I heard just like a group of like vague like dudes being like, "Have you seen Joker 2?" And then I'm like, okay, I'm putting my headphones on. I don't want to hear y'all talk about this.
Oh man.
Y'all seen Joker 2? Like, crazy, right?
I was dodging this movie just because I was like, everyone's shit talking it so much, and they were just like, don't watch it, don't go see it. I saw like people who watched they did their reviews on it, then they were just they were miserable. But I don't know. It really was just, and I don't know. Funnily enough, like I know Cosmonaut, like he watched it and he just hated it, but he likes shitty bad movies. You know, he really likes like those type of movies, but he hated this. But I'm like, nah, man, you ain't have the right type of fun with it. Like I gave it a 1 on Letterboxd, but I recognize what it is. At the end of the
Alien
day.
Phoenix says, "Is that in French?" Yes, it is. That is French. Well, I guess the movie isn't in French, but the title is.
Folie à deux. Oh yeah, this doesn't even play into anything. Folie à deux is just like
That's
pretentious.
like the name. Just like for fun.
I have this really terrible jokes that I keep saying to my friends on like the Joker 2 name, and how like they really missed the opportunity of calling it Joker down to clown, and they always hate me for that.
Todd,
Down
shut
to
up.
wait. That, no,
Yeah.
that's pretty. No,
Shut up.
wait. No, wait.
Chill, shut up.
The
Both of y'all,
Joker,
shut up.
Down
Damn
to
it.
clown. What are we talking about?
God damn it.
The Joker down to clown. It's right there. If he's planning to piss people off, give it the
Name it
dumbest
that,
name
honestly.
possible.
That's so true. That's so true. That's so down. That's. Oh, I like that. Thank you, Taj.
Down to fucking
Bro,
clown.
I could have done the same thing and pissed so many more niggas off. What are we
Yup.
talking about?
Y'all both down to clown.
Down. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And proud.
Y'all both down to clowns.
Oh my god. That's funny.
At this rate, DC might start resembling Sony and their Spider-Man spin-offs. Nah.
Yeah, they're
with
good, actually, I think.
Yeah, with James Gunn at the helm, I think they'll start having a bit of a turnaround. If anything, I kind of might be able to see them overtake Marvel, maybe, depending on how Marvel plays things out. Now that they finally have the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, I don't know.
Here's what I think. I think it all hinges on that Superman movie in that first trailer.
Oh yeah.
That is what's gonna make or break it. If that first trailer, if people are like, "Oh, that looks crazy," because the way people talk about Superman is nasty, it's gross. I'm gonna make a video about it at some point. It's nasty. But if that first trailer, like, goes nuts, like blows up, and people watch it, and if James Gunn is as honest about like reading Superman comics and reading All Star and taking that into account and making it a Superman story, then DC is definitely overtaking Marvel in like the next 5 years. If that happens.
I'm honestly looking forward to the Superman movie. I'm a recovering Superman hater. Thank you, My Adventure with Superman. You've done a lot of work to make me realize that this thing is low-key kind of cool. But yeah, no. I trust James Gunn. And I hope he does a good job. Anyone who says that his version of the Suicide Squad is a bad movie, I don't trust them. They're bad people.
Yeah, no. Especially compared to the first Suicide Squad movie. Like,
Yes, if you say the first one's good, you're lying. They're wrong.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Like you smoking or something, bro. And it ain't no
wrong.
good shit neither.
Also, I will be right back.
Yeah, no.
Okey-doke.
I'm hoping this new Superman movie is like good. Like I was a hater. People remember that video.
I'll never forget.
I was a hater, but like I do recognize what Superman's supposed to symbolize, and the thing is, it's like the movies just always. I mean, I haven't watched the old Christopher Reeves movies. I still need to go check those out. Well, maybe just the first two. I don't know if I need to watch the third and fourth. But I've seen Superman Returns, which was just boring as shit. And then you get to the Man of Steel, and then Batman, and like Zack Snydering all over Superman. But I grew up on the old Superman series, animated series, so there was a good framework, and also Justice League. So I had better framework. It's just the live action wasn't really pushing it, They just forgot to understand. They just misunderstood what Superman is. They always kept trying to play him up like he's Batman. And it's like, he's not Batman. Like, Superman isn't Batman. We don't want to see Superman act like Batman. Stop doing that. They're different heroes for a reason. So they really
100%.
so this new one, they really need to play up heroism. If anything, that will be a big determining factor for DC going forward, how they handle heroism. We saw a little bit of it in, Wonder Woman, like, where instead she said, yo, there's this battle going on, let's go save the people. That was actually good. That was a great scene. But we haven't really seen, we never really got more scenes like that in these new hero movies like that. We had a few here and there, but it's always like super major natural disasters going on that the heroes are already involved in. So it's just like, it's one of those, if y'all weren't there, maybe this shit wouldn't have been happening in the first place. But whatever. But we just need to get those random moments of heroism where the hero just says, I need to save these people. Fuck everything else. Let me just save these people. And with this Superman movie, it's like they gotta go hard with that. They gotta have a major, genuine moment where Supes just says, fuck whatever mission I'm doing, I gotta go save some people. Okay, they're in danger. That comes first.
Yep, 100%.
Like, and that going forward will be where it's like, okay, we know where y'all stand. We know y'all understood what the message is with DC. Is like, it's the gods becoming human. Like, that's what DC is, okay? And they just keep forgetting that.
Yep. No, I 100% agree. I think, personally, and the likelihood of this happening is pretty low just considering how superhero movies are. I kind of don't want the climax to be like a fight. Like, I would love if the climax was Superman saving people. Like, I think the attempt of like Superman, like Man of Steel, it's a fun movie. It's like pretty, it's enjoyable, but the desire from Zack Snyder to like really put a fight in there really changes how that movie is like interpreted and stuff like that. Also a bunch of other stuff. But I think if James Gunn tries to force a fight, that could probably bring the movie down, because a lot of people's issue is Superman, and I bet you and I bet Tosh could definitely agree, is that like in a fight, that shit is boring. That shit is not like entertaining to watch. Of course that nigga's gonna win. But like in a saving situation, in like a being a hero situation where it's not always about like tussling, that's entertaining, that's enjoyable, and that's meaningful. So I just hope they figure that out, however they do it. But who knows? I mean, superhero movies love to do those fights. Because the villain of the movie, I think, because they have Lex. I don't know if they have another villain. So it might not be a fight because they don't have Lex in his power suit, but they have those other heroes in there. So they might have Superman tussle with them for a bit, but hopefully the main actual climax is like a saving scene.
Do you know anything about this movie?
I actually don't know. Let me look it up.
Because I'm just wondering if like we know something, because I'm not a big like Superman fan like at all, so I don't know too much about what it's about. But what I would like to see is something similar to the Batman, where it's like very early Superman, or maybe even like a come up to becoming Superman.
Okay. Like he's not exactly at his peak, or he's not even that well known.
Right. So that's something. I mean, in the same vein as like the Batman, where it's like, oh, at the very end of the movie, that's when niggas start to actually know who he is. So something like that could really just like reinitiate a whole Justice League.
Yeah, that would be way more interesting to see versus like he just beats the shit out of Zod or another person or anything like that. And I would hope that
that's not like that's ground level. That's not somebody that's like Endgame, whatever. Insane god that destroys planets, type shit.
Yeah. Like just something where it's like he really can't get out of this by just punching his way. out of it. You know, he's gotta save some people. Ugh, like that's what really is always missing from these movies. What did Onigiri say? I think the issue stems from people misunderstanding why anti-heroes became really popular without realizing an anti-hero's character is built on being an anti-hero. You can't make heroes anti-heroes out of nowhere with no reason. Yeah, really.
Definitely, I can definitely see. No, I looked up the details on what we currently know about Superman. There's not a lot, which makes sense because I think it's still in production, like the middle of production. But right now, it just says the movie is about Superman like working at the Daily Planet, having to balance his Kryptonian heritage with his human heritage. It's very vague. It's obviously like they don't want to reveal anything before any trailers. But I'm hoping with how, because James Gunn said that a major inspiration is All Star Superman, which is one of my favorite comics. And obviously, I'm not going to just explain what that story is so you guys can read it. But it is a very personal story. There are some fights in there, but it's mostly about like the character relationship. So I'm hoping the movie does that because that is really what is going to make or break this. Because if they focus on fights and physical conflict, that's going to deter it. Because Superman is no political thriller. It's no action movie. It's like it's about just a guy dealing with problems, but on like a crazy scale. But they're still like just real problems.
Right. Like at the end of the day, he cares for a lot of people, and he does try to solve everyone's problems outside of violent conflicts. Mm-hmm. So you really want to get those moments of him like talking down somebody who's about to jump from a building.
Mm-hmm. Oh, if they have that scene, I'll sob in theaters. I will cry in theaters immediately, like the second I see it. I will, and I'll record it too. I'll put a camera right. It won't show the movie; it'll just show me, and I'll be crying. No, I think my one hope is that James Gunn is very open about how much he takes from comics and how much he listens to comic authors, which I really appreciate. And the fact that he takes a lot from Grant Morrison, they're a really good DC comic author, and said a quote along the lines of what I said, like Superman like deals with regular problems, but on like an insane scale, like walking a dog, but instead of around the neighborhood, it's around like the rings of Saturn. Like it's real people problems, just on crazy scales, so that it's like a lesson of optimism. And I really hope they do that, because if they don't, they're cooked. Well, not cooked, but they're not going to be successful as they want to be.
Oh yeah, they need like a symbol of hope and optimism is what a lot of people really could use right now and would love to see. So for fuck's sake, get that right.
It is the perfect time to have a character like Superman. It's the perfect time to have it is. I'll just say that it's the perfect time, and they have all the pieces to make this like really probably the superhero movie of that year. Whether they do it or not is entirely up to them. And that's what I gotta say.
Big time. All right, chat. What other movies do y'all want to pick from? Also, I need to go to Chill and Kiwi. I need to see y'all. Just so everybody else.
Should I send the? Yeah. I'll just send a link so it's easier. Then you just looking me up.
Only the professor. Professor, that is all Superman villains, unless you count Lex Luthor. All his villains are like aliens from another planet. What have you to do is make the aliens like a street level kind of like the comics. Never read Superman comics before, only the cartoons and one comic or two, no 5 comics. I don't think you really... No, it's not that you need to make the aliens like street level. It's just give Superman like a problem to solve that he can't solve with fists. Where he maybe has to find a more peaceful resolution, or I don't know, something's going wrong, like something bad happens that puts people's lives in danger, and just have him actually have to save people's lives, like have him more focus on trying to save people's lives. That's the thing people miss from heroes. Like, we always get the heroes fighting other powerful beings, but we don't get enough of the heroes going out and just saving innocent lives. Like, that's what we miss from heroes nowadays.
Yep, 100%. And Marvel ain't gonna do that anytime soon. That's what I'm saying. With their Secret Wars, Doomsday, whatever the hell, they're not gonna. They are not gonna be fixing that anytime soon. So
You saw Terrifier 3?
I did see Terrifier. I saw it in theaters.
Oh god.
My girlfriend really liked the first one. She hasn't seen the second one, but she wants to see the third one because I was like, "Did you hear people were throwing up?" And she was like, "Oh shit, we gotta go watch that." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
The first instinct was we need to go to the theaters to go throw up in it.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I guess I make friends with weird people, and then they become my girlfriend. So, but it was Terrifier 3 was something. It was definitely like it wasn't outstanding. I don't know if anyone here has seen it, but like it's definitely because man, you've seen the first one, right?
I've seen the second one. Been
Okay, the
haunted by
second one.
that
It's basically yeah. It's basically yeah. So maybe you don't watch this one, because it is bigger. It is more intense. It is more visceral. It is more gratuitous and gruesome, but it's also just more silly. But it is like if you don't like gore, like if you can't deal with gore, don't watch it. And that's not me being like, oh, there's like a little blood. Like they get
They
actually like
tear people to smithereens, and they
especially in this
showcase
one.
that blood
Especially.
and guts as much.
Yeah, especially in this one. I will say the only line they do not cross is that they do not show child death. That is the only line that they don't cross, which is a crazy thing to say, considering that implies that every other thing before that
Every
they show,
worst thing that they
do.
can think of does happen, but just not killing a child.
Yeah. Well, the kid dies, but like you don't see it. You hear it. 'Cause I think the director's like, I don't want to show that, but you do hear it for like a good like 1 minute, like a good 60 seconds of uninterrupted sound. It is. It's a little gross. It's a little nasty. It's a little gross, but it's fun. I will say Art the Clown is probably the best modern like slasher character currently, just because he's so fun. He has so much personality, and he carries a scene by himself. Obviously, because there's 3 movies of this, and based on the ending, no spoilers in case someone in chat wants to watch it, but it is implied that they will probably make a fourth one. Um, and it's very fun. I will say probably like the most interesting thing is like the production of it because it's all practical, and I looked into like how they do it. Like when they have certain scenes, they have like animatronics with like tubes where like the director is one of the people blowing on the tubes. Like there's like someone blows on one tube to make it look like the animatronic is breathing. And then someone else blows on a separate tube at the same time so that the blood squirts at like a not automated rhythm so it doesn't look like hella fake. So the production is super interesting in this movie. And I think like if you're a big fan of like practical effects and you can handle like your guts, like I wasn't throwing up. But I can see why someone who's like queasy was like nasty. like this is gross. This is nasty.
Yeah. I was someone who's definitely seen gory shit, and watching this one, just watching the second one, made me go question exactly how we perceive violence in media. Because it's like, God,
understandable.
Damn, why do we want to showcase this level of violence exactly? What are we doing?
Oh, he was concerned.
I don't know.
Understandable.
I don't know.
No,
it's like
understandable.
I don't know if it was just the fact that it's like I was turning 30. I mean, or the fact that I am 30 now. But I don't know. Like it really just made me think. What sick, twisted mind really said I need to see brains splattered as detailed as possible? You know, or I need to see a skull fully mushed and bashed into just total elbow grease, basically.
Yeah. No, that's a very understandable concern, especially for the second one. I haven't seen it, but I know the craziest scene in that movie. That shit's nasty. I actually think there is not a grosser scene than that in the third movie. I actually think that is the nastiest scene in the trilogy.
Wait, do you mean in the bedroom in the second scene?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
they don't actually go above that one?
In my opinion, I don't think they go above that one. I think what Art the Clown does in that is actually like some of the most skin crawling like stuff I've ever seen. Worst thing that they do in this movie, which I guess like cover your ears, but to be fair, I'm not gonna go into too much detail, is like chainsaw in like a college bathroom and like dick and balls flying everywhere. And that's just a little gratuitous and like oh so nasty. But that bedroom scene in the second one is like genuinely not fun to watch. Like I saw it once because I was like I'm curious.
Dick
And I saw it and I was like,
balls
whoa. I was like, what the hell? But it's definitely interesting. I've talked to people about it and I'm like, yeah, if you're not into like gore, if you're not into violence, don't watch it. And I like there's no shame in someone going, that's gross and nasty. I don't want to see that because it is gross and nasty. I think me and my partner are just sickly curious to our own detriment. One day it will bite us in the ass, and we're gonna have a terrible time in the movie theater.
Go watch
But
something
until
that's
then,
just a little too real for you.
And then we're gonna be like, I gotta go.
Yep.
Like we both talked and we were both like, yeah, if it's too much, we will leave.
Fuck,
But we
fuck around
we
and
managed.
watch one of them. Fuck around and watch one of them super band snuff films.
Oh, I can't do that. I actually can't do that. That is actually too much for me. Like.
That's where it's like, oh no, it feels illegal just watching this shit.
Yeah. Some of them are illegal. Some of them
Yeah, they are.
actually crime.
So it's like you shouldn't be watching that shit.
Yeah, I can't do it. Yeah, but yeah, Nathaniel Fogan, Chad. If it's not your taste, don't even try it. This isn't like me trying to be like, ooh, it's taboo. Be curious.
Yeah.
Like if you don't like gore, don't check it out. You're not missing anything that you would like.
Mm. You really went through these Marvel movies and shows.
Yeah. I didn't watch them all in a row. I just wanted to make sure I had them all written down. I could not do all of them in a row. I think I'd lose my mind. I think because I saw
a half a star for Wolverine.
Yo, that movie makes me so mad. That movie actually pisses me
Wait,
off.
Kiwi, don't tell me you like this movie.
What?
You like that movie, bro? Are you serious?
Look. I'm not saying that it's like amazing, but it's like cool, I guess. You know, it's
What?
not like
I'm not gonna lie.
I'd like.
What do you- what do you not like?
I think I have it as like a 2.
2's a little high. 2's a little high for me. I think.
Oh no, I don't even have it rated. Yeah, I'd rate it a 2.
Look at all these ones and halves.
Yeah.
Dan is hilarious.
I think it's a cool movie.
I wouldn't even say it's cool. I think as a kid, I like the action scenes, but even now, the action scenes are like kind of ugly. Like the CGI is kind of like not good.
It's
maybe
not
I
a
should
good
rewatch
movie.
it.
It looks
Maybe I should
horrible,
rewatch it.
bro. The
It's
game,
like pretty ugly.
the game. I
But that game's
remember.
awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing. I remember I bought that shit, and it's like, yo, this is the Wolverine game I've wanted. I'm
Is
just
that-
tearing
is
these
that
niggas
Will I
up.
Am? Is that Will I Am?
Yeah.
It is Will I Am.
Yeah, that's Will I Am. A Black Eyed Peas.
Lion wasn't a Wolverine
Also, that
movie?
Speed Racer on the left. No, is that Speed? No, it's not. That's not Speed Racer. That's a different dude. No, that dude's in Battleship. That's what he's in.
Yeah. This movie is not it. Like, not it. Maybe in 2009, when it was like the 5th X-Men movie we ever got. Like, well, I guess it's okay. But like now, there's like no reason. Like this. Also, this picture is nastiness because half of this cast is barely in the movie. Why is Cyclops there? He is in the movie for maybe like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
They just have him there for familiarity, but he doesn't meet Wolverine. He doesn't talk to anybody. He's just there just to be like, here's Cyclops, I guess.
I don't even think he says that. Like, does he say any words?
Maybe a few things, but he's mostly just a scared teenager. He doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
They didn't even
Like,
bring this
oh,
act.
my eyes.
You okay?
Oh no, I was doing a Cyclops impression. My bad.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't know that sounded too real.
I thought you were dying. I was like,
Happened, right?
No, that's what Cyclops does. All movies. My eyes.
Basically, like he's just running and trying to protect his eyes so he doesn't destroy stuff, but he ends up blowing up the school anyway. It's just like, okay, cool. He fucked up the school. It was a neat scene, I guess, but it didn't matter.
Yeah.
None
So
of
it's
it
a
mattered.
whole lot of nothing. It's a
Like,
whole lot of
ugh.
nothing with a whole lot of nothing characters.
Then
Like
Deadpool's just completely trashed. Like like Liz literally put Ryan Reynolds on the warpath. He's like, I'm going to get my Deadpool movie.
yeah.
And here we are in the third one already out, and them having them team up with Wolverine.
One last
Like
time.
I'll say the casting in this movie isn't all that bad. There are some castings where I'm like, that's a little odd, but like Wolverine, obviously Wolverine, but like I think this is the first time Ryan Reynolds was Deadpool. That's obviously an excellent casting, hence why he's still Deadpool to this day. The Sabretooth casting, I honestly prefer this Sabretooth as an actor more than the one in the first
original?
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also
Yeah.
like the dynamic of him being Wolverine's brother. I actually think that's really cool because that's not in the comics. I'm like 90% sure. And that's
I feel like
that's actually really interesting.
I don't know. The thing about it, with it not being in the comics, it just made it a case of, it's just on site hate. It's just all side hate. These niggas just hate each other and have to beat the shit out of each other just because. And so that was just funny because of that.
Yeah, no, that definitely is true.
Like every year, if I'm right,
yeah.
it was like every year on Wolverine's birthday, Sabretooth came up just to beat the shit out of him for it as a birthday present or something. I don't know. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong on that.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
let us know.
That's so
That's
funny.
hilarious. That's hilarious, and I love that. I just also think I think the added drama of a brother relationship is really interesting. I do wish that like when like comic book movies come out, like the comics will take shit from the movies. I wish that was one of the things they took. I wish this movie was successful just so they did that, because I think you can still have that like on-site beef with like some extra melodrama, because X-Men's great at that. Especially like a comic writer could really go off with it. But no, this movie is dog dookie ass. I hate it. It's so bad.
Damn.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Like I don't even think it's like fun to watch. It's maybe fun to like laugh at like drunk with like some friends. But
Basically,
alone,
it's a good drunk watch. You probably can make
Yeah.
it there, but just base watching it, you're not gonna have fun. It's just one of them things. That's just like Wolverine has such an interesting origin story, but the problem was the original trilogy had already told the story about Wolverine, that it's like there's not much new that the origin movie was gonna give us, and so they really were already just kind of working backwards from their conclusion here. And I don't know. Like when I was a teenager, I liked it, but as time went on, it's like, wait, none of this made sense as an X-Men movie. It just, man. And then it really was like, why the fuck was Will.i.am in this movie?
I don't even know who he played.
He played
Who's
the
Will.i.am
teleporting
for?
guy, Wraith, I think his name was.
Oh my god, I don't even know. Yeah.
The dude who just
I
kept
forgot.
teleporting around.
John Wraith. What? Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever read a comic with this dude in it. So. I don't know what else we're talking
Oh no! Don't tell me they made him up just for this.
They might have, because this wiki page, like, you know when you go on a wiki page for a character and like their image is like obviously like just one panel of like
Yeah.
a much larger page? It's definitely not, because you don't see his face, you don't see nothing. I'm gonna check his history.
Bro,
Okay, no,
fucking
this character
way.
existed before this movie.
Okay, so
but-
he did exist before.
Yeah, he did exist before, but not important. They might have just looked up black characters that Wolverine fights.
No.
He looks like Will.i.am. Let's pick him. They might have done that. I don't know if they did.
What does he
Unless
look
talking
like?
shit, but, he vaguely. I mean, these pictures are so. I'll just send one actually. Instead
Yeah,
of
just
describing.
said. Well, I'll put it on. I'll
Yeah.
put it on the stream.
Yeah. So this is the picture they use for his wiki profile. This like again,
Nigga,
that's,
this
like,
is just Will.i. It
it's
is
just a
Will.i.
panel.
Yeah, like that look. That's what I'm saying. They probably just put
They're like, who looks like Will.i.am?
What this guy?
Rafe? Okay, pick him. Rafe looks cool. He's in no comics, sir. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm 3 drinks in. I don't care.
Basically,
Like,
bro, like this nigga ain't like they really just picked this nigga just because it's like he sort of resembles Will.i.am, and Will.i.am is sort of on the upper rise because of that album that they dropped. Because this was like in 2009 when the End came out for the Black Eyed Peas, and so they were just kind of all over the place.
Yeah, I'm trying to. The movie came out in 2009.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm on the wiki page, and he might have been revived, but it says death is 2010. So you tell me they killed him after they put him in the movie? That's crazy. That's so disrespectful.
They said, "Look, we do not want to have any association with that fucking movie, so kill off."
He looks just like who I am. That's actually crazy. No, this movie's nuts. That movie is
Oh man, that is so hilarious. Oh my god. Chad, drop any pics you see on the screen if you want us to talk about it. Go over our reviews, or drop your letterboxes if you want us to judge you.
That's true. So, Lindani's Kunst in chat says, in my opinion, even the lowest rated MCU movies are nowhere near as bad as Origins Wolverine, and I think I agree. I think I do agree.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like what's the lowest rated MCU movie I dislike, and that might be true.
Lowest rated MCU.
Like for me, well, I guess in general and for me. Yeah. The lowest rated might be like Quantumania or like.
Oh yeah, damn! Thank you for reminding me of that bullshit.
Yeah. Quantumania, yeah, but Quantumania is bad. Like it's not fun. It's boring. It's got hella issues. But like Origins Wolverine is like bad on like so many more levels.
It's
like,
insulting.
It's kind of like another tier.
It's more insulting. Cause
it's.
I mean,
like,
cause Quantumania is a bad on the case of we're gonna have our big bag new MCU villain fighting against Ant-Man and losing against Ant-Man, but somehow we're supposed to take this motherfucker seriously, all because it's like, oh yeah, he's got a bunch of clones of a bunch of dumb fucks who act like him, which means it's like, okay, so it's just a colony of incompetence. The fuck is scary about that, you know? And now now they're doing damage control and shit and trying to reverse course correct and be like, here's Doctor Doom now, because clearly that was where we should have been moving, and it's so stupid y'all didn't do that before.
Yeah, it's MCU's silly, MCU's ridiculous. But the professor in chat says Dwayne B is my letterbox. Judge me in my reviews.
Dwayne B, huh?
We'll go Dwayne B.
I think this is it.
It's gotta be. And if it's not, please let us know.
Favorite films: Guardians 3. Damn.
Okay.
Back to Future 2.
Friday. That's fun.
Friday is
Interesting
funny.
top 4. Interesting top 4.
I like that. Friday is funny.
Friday, that's fun. That's a fun movie.
Let's see. Inside Out. Okay. Beetlejuice. Didn't watch the second one. All right on that one. Okay. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Despicable Me.
I guess we're trying to find some controversial or ones we disagree
with. It's a nice rating on Equalizer 3. Really good movie.
Really?
It was. Very good movie.
Yeah, he had a little bass to that one. He had to make it clear.
Didn't that movie come out like the same weekend as Scott Pilgrim?
I think so. Something like that.
Equalizer 3.
Equalizer 3 coming out the same as Scott Pilgrim the series?
No, like the movie.
No, Scott. No.
I'm talking about the Netflix series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim came out 2010. Movie.
Okay.
Yeah. You know,
yeah.
Ain't nothing bad here actually.
I see two movies that have the same rating that I think is a little nuts. Wall-E and the Nutty Professor. I think that's a little crazy that you're saying these two. Wall-E and the Nutty Professor are on the same level.
Wait, what did you say about this? A movie like Ready
Are we saying they're on the same?
Wait a minute. A movie like Ready Player One that kind of predicted our world the way it is now. Ready
No!
Player One.
Bro saw fat people and said, "Bro, it's the same movie. It's the same. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?"
Yeah, there's the controversy. Is the actual substance of the stars. Like, what the fuck are we on? Wait a minute. Like,
I'm still
Ready Player
movie just
One?
the Nutty Professor.
Oh my god.
Can't even remember Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Barely
If,
anyone
if, if you're still in chat, which I assume you are, I would love to hear some more detailed thoughts on why you think Wally and the Nutty Professor are on the same level.
Typical Eddie
'Cause I
Murphy
love
movie
Wally.
push PG rating. I got a couple laughs.
Oh, is that what? Okay, cool.
That's
A couple
all.
laughs.
Damn, that's. What do you say about Shrek? Oh, what the fuck? Not there. There we go. I like this one a little more than the first. Good soundtrack, still not a 5-star classic. I like Shrek. It is just overrated like all the films. They are good, but I think because of its climate, it was held as a great film. So, of course, the second was seen just as good. But, like, if Very wanted to rewatch this again, I would give this a 4-star review. What the fuck?
Huh? If you thought it was better, then why did you rate it better? What?
I don't even
Give
know.
one more time. I will say I actually have an opinion on Shrek that I think is a bit controversial. I like Shrek before I say anything, but I do believe that obviously, like, Shrek was extremely popular, obviously, but I do think a partial reason why so many people hold specifically like the first one in such high regard is a little bit of like meme culture too.
Yeah,
I've
no, of
definitely
course.
met a lot of people who like love. They're like Shrek is like one of the best movies DreamWorks has ever made, and I'm like, okay, calm down, because it's good, but best is insane. And
Well,
I do think there's a lot of DreamWorks movies.
there's a lot of DreamWorks
There
movies, but
are,
like
but
to like, I can see like I don't know, unironically, I can see like someone making like an annoying video of talking about like the artistry of Shrek because again, it do a lot of like interesting stuff that wasn't done at the time that like a lot of people do now. You know what I mean? I feel like the first two movies were like really like, oh, this is like some really interesting shit. You know what I mean? Well, specifically like the first two.
I mean, the thing with Shrek is it really was such a groundbreaking movie because it was the first of its kind to be an animated movie that actively says fuck Disney. Like like really, you got to think of that significance, like an actual mainstream movie that comes along to say that actually makes fun of Disney directly to its face and makes a lot of money off of it and becomes popular. Like, that's one of those things that's just, I mean, I guess you could argue it's very ancillary. It's just additional in terms of things, especially since it's just playing more off the meta of the people around it. But I still think that's just something significant about the fact that the way the movie carries itself. And then, the second one proved that it's like, yeah, we're not just a parody of, Disney.
Like, trying to tell its own story type shit.
Yeah, it can actually hold its own as in telling its own stories. Now, granted, it didn't hold that true for 3 and 4.
The third one, well, 4 is actually. I think 4 is
Okay,
honestly
yeah,
interesting.
4.
The main problem is
4
I like
kind of
4.
picks itself
And I
back
love
up.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. The problem is
Yeah.
always the third movie. The third movie's not good.
Yeah, the third's kind of crazy.
Don't say that when Sonic 3's on the way, man. Don't say that.
That's the no. Yeah, don't say that. Bro.
I'm praying
Don't curse that. Man. Don't curse us like that.
Knock on wood.
We've been on
wood. Knock on wood.
Uh-huh. Like we've been on possible good streak right now. We gotta get this home run with this third movie. God damn it!
Oh my god!
I mean,
But
they got me worried with the fact that it's not PG-13. I was like, fuck, this thing ain't gonna be as dark as it should.
Yeah, no, that's kind of tough. That's kind of tough. That's kind of tragic. But on like the topic of Shrek, like when that movie came out, everyone else tried to be Shrek at the time. Early 2000 was a crazy era for animation, bro. I think, again, because of Shrek 1, we got Disney made their own, damn, we hate Disney too, and made Chicken Little, which is so crazy when you think about it. Like,
yeah. No, for sure. No, I really like the first Shrek movie. I just think there's also so like some other dream. I think the difference in quality between like a Shrek 1 and a Shrek 2 is pretty vast.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get you.
Yeah, and I definitely think I've met a lot of people, and maybe this is just like the people I hang out with that are crazy, which is possible. I definitely met a lot of people who are like, yeah, Shrek is like up there, and I'm like, it's really good, but come on, it's really good. Like, don't get me wrong, but like, I wouldn't say it's like five
Like,
stars.
dude,
I actually
like,
kind of agree with like a 3 star or like a 4 star.
Oh god.
Okay,
Okay,
3 stars
so-
is crazy to me.
Well, also I think 3 star is like a good rating. Actually,
I feel like the
forget
high-
some people don't think 3 stars is a good
I
rating.
feel like the highest for me
I keep
for Shrek
forgetting
would
the
be,
type
like,
of school
4.
you grew up in.
Sure, I think 3 is fine.
Yeah, for the first Shrek movie, I think I have it as like a 3.
Dang.
I want to say like 4 for me. Like, I don't be raving about it, but like I can like again, I respect the hustle. I like
I give it I'm always more 4.5. Like,
okay.
yeah, I can definitely not
I
give it a
respect
full 5, but 4.5 because I think it's a very important film. You know, it really proved that there can be another competitor in the animation race. You know, it doesn't have to just be owned by Disney. You know, and now we're getting actual real competition now. Look at us. We got Spider-Verse going. Like,
It's true.
like, so it's not we're in a better spot than we used to be.
Speaking of movies that need to stick the landing, Beyond the Spider-Verse better be the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life. I swear to God.
Yeah, they keep talking about how it's like, yeah, they scrapped the movie right after the second one released, and it's like, okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah. Like a part of me, and maybe this is me being purposefully naive. I kind of can't imagine a world where they're like where they watch the final cut, and they're like, yeah, this shit is mediocre. Let's put it out. So specifically for Spider-Verse, I feel like there's such a high expectation. I don't know, but also there has been moments where there has been huge expectations and they fumbled. But I feel like Spider-Verse like has like a million things that like is holding on to it. Like it's an animated movie, it's a Spider-Man movie, it's a non-Disney animated movie, even though it's still by like a big studio. It has like a black protagonist. It has like a lot riding on his back that I can almost, I don't know. I feel like the expectations are so high that I can't imagine that they'd be like, yeah, this is mid. Let's put it out. But I could imagine that it's like so out there that like it doesn't connect with people and then it's a flop though. I could imagine that.
I get you.
Yeah, I'm hoping this new Spider-Verse turns out good.
Oh no.
Better
I
be.
I pray that it's the greatest thing ever. I need it to be the greatest thing ever. Like, I'm praying on my hands and knees that like it's objectively like a 5 out of 5. So every what's it called? What's it called? I'm blanking on the dude's name. Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi, truther cries and be like, actually, no, this is the best one, and I can feel happiness. I like those movies. They don't make me like those movies. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's understandable. And I'm gonna say something that might be crazy, but Beyond the Spider-Verse could be mediocre, and that trilogy would still be better than the Maguire trilogy. Because
Oh
my
God, yes.
Yeah. At the end of the day.
those first two.
Yes, it will.
Oh,
Oh my
shit.
God.
Yeah.
What's up? It's the boy.
Good? What up?
Rick.
What's good?
What up?
going on?
What's happening?
Number one Joker thing.
What?
Yeah,
Number
you,
one Joker
yeah,
is
you
cool.
double back on Joker.
What's up with that, man?
What's the problem? What's going on? What y'all?
I mean, I can't say anything. I ain't watch it.
What niggas mad at me about? What's
It's
what
just
I
the
do?
fact. It's just the fact that you double back on that shit. Like that long ass.
Oh,
movie.
nigga, what? I love that shit. That shit hilarious. I had to show D'Angelo.
Tariq, I think is also really, really good.
That shit is funny as fuck.
I think it's not necessarily like a ha, but it's like a really, really funny, like beautiful funny.
That nigga, man. My
We
son
already
Joker.
spoiled it. Like,
I ain't had him down for that, man. I ain't had him down for stabbing my man Joker, man. I ain't had him
Just
down.
having him killed like that. But the fact that it's like, oh no, that's from what Kiwi told me, that potentially actually could be Joker from the Batman. You know, the new one with Robert Pattinson.
Man, fuck all that.
Oh my god.
He pulled up and said that shit funny.
LMFAO in the second review that also says LMFAO.
Oh, do they both say the same thing?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are you serious? I didn't even realize I did that. You're serious?
Yeah, no, basically same score, same general comment.
That's
two different days.
hilarious.
That's funny.
That shit really funny as fuck to me. I have no other way to describe it.
It's just like every choice is so meticulously picked. Like they made sure that it's like, what is the worst choices we can make in this film? Oh my god. But what else? Someone wanted me to go over Violent Night.
Oh.
Yeah, the professor. This is a Christmas movie with, what the fuck was his name? Hopper from Stranger Things as Santa. Like, it's not a bad movie by all means. It's fun. It's genuinely a fun movie, but it for what you thought you would get, it just ends up being a little bit so-so. Because it sells itself as like, yeah, it's Santa who's gotten the crap beat out of him, but he's not taking any more shit. He's fighting a bunch of burglars who are about to hurt this family, which has this little girl and everything. And you're just like, okay, yeah, that kicks ass. But it takes a minute to get into it. Like, and most of it, it's not that great. It's like, okay, action. It's like, they try to imply this Santa's like a Viking warrior and everything. And it's like, cool, but it's just one of those, it could have been more. If it just was just a little more extreme, I think it could have really held its own. That's really where I stand with this. What did I say about it? I said, definitely more sincere than you would expect. It does a bit of a slow burn for the butt kicking, but it's still a fun time all around. Yeah. But yeah, Violent Night. Ugh. So it sounds bad. But I think it's Pedanticat. Shout out to Pedanticat. What I think is great about Violent Night is that despite it being Violet and Santa being a grump, we see that he is still touched by the kindness of kids and such. Yeah, that's just the nicety of it. That it does take itself seriously a bit, or there is some sincerity to it. Someone said it's the same writer as the Sonic movie. What the fuck?
What are we talking about?
Nathaniel Fogus says like, what the fuck?
That's hilarious.
Are you telling the truth?
This is how I find out.
That
This is
nigga
how I
got
find
a
out.
pen. That nigga got a pen.
Jesus Christ.
Written by Pat Cassie and Josh Miller. Let's
That's the
check.
pen right
Oh, Nathaniel Fogo is not lying.
What the fuck?
Right there.
Nathaniel Fogo is telling the truth. It's the same writers as the Sonic movie too. It's
Oh,
both.
niggas
Wow.
linked up for part two.
Wow.
Niggas linked up for part two.
It's the same
That's
writers. They wrote Sonic 1, 2, and
He brought
3.
his mans
Both of
with him.
them.
That's
Oh,
They did the
oh
whole
my
Sonic
God.
trilogy.
And oh
That's
my
hilarious.
God,
crazy.
I'm on my
Nah.
hands and knees.
I can't write this shit without Big Bro. I need Big Bro with me. That's what they said.
And they're both about to write Ace Ventura 3. Okay. Very interesting duo. Dynamic duo, I'd say.
No, I ain't like that.
What's it called?
I
I don't think I have it on my. I don't think I have it on my Letterboxd, but I did. I see Transformer 1. That was a sick ass movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, Transformers 1. I'll get to that. But I'll get to that, but real quick. The professor said, "Hey man, I don't know if you could tell, but I'm trying to start my own film review channel connected to my Letterboxd. Any tips for doing a YouTuber channel specifically with cussing? Curse like a motherfucker."
Do it.
Such a funny person.
YouTube be damn. YouTube
Look
be
how you do
damn.
it. Look what you teaching the youth, man.
YouTube
Remember,
be
do it in the
damn.
first minute always.
Uh,
You two be
Don't do
damn.
Bad advice.
I would say pretty much, make sure you have a sort of structure to it that you want to accomplish. Like, what are the type of movies you want to cover if you are trying to be all around? Like, with this, it's more going off of what either we've all seen and feel like talking about, or whatever the chat looks and sees on the screen and wants us to discuss. They pick something but it's nothing too difficult to really go off of. You just give your honest opinions about the movies you watch. Don't be a grifter. Don't try to talk about like any trends or try to fit in with any crowd or anything like that. Just give your genuine opinion about any and everything you see. That's really all it is. Just be genuine.
Man, that's actually good advice. That's actually really good advice. I was gonna make a joke. I was gonna lie.
Be yourself.
You still make the joke.
Nah, no, that's really good advice. I'm not about to ruin your moment.
But yeah.
You're funny. You're funny, Chill. You're really funny.
Thank you.
But Transformers 1. Man, I've been waiting so fucking long for this fucking movie.
That nigga Decepticon did nothing wrong, and you can't lie to me about it.
He wasn't wrong, but he
wasn't
still was causing
wrong.
harm.
Brother, you mean to tell me my entire life I've been a slave, and I was looking up to a nigga who put me in that place in the first place? Oh, I'm causing problems. I am causing problems. And Optimus is like, but we can't fix, the country without causing more violence. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Oh my god.
Yes, we can.
Oh, like.
And if you don't see it, I'm breaking up with you. And he was in the right to do so. Like, what are we talking about?
Oh, like, the way they played this movie, I'm so glad they said we have to play it as straight as possible. We're not going to sidetrack. We're not going to come up with any super easy answer where everybody just sings Kumbaya and gets along or anything like that. No, they commit to everything, like down to what Megatron does to Sentinel Prime. Oh man, this fucking movie was so good. I'm so mad we never got this.
Didn't it get confirmed that they're already making a second one for this?
Did they say that? I'm hoping so. It didn't do good at the box office.
Ooh, brother, no. Didn't that also happen to fucking Mutant Mayhem? But they're making another one. Yes, finally, I'm getting good Transformers and TMNT movies. Holy shit!
Exactly. It's like finally. And then what I love about this is the fact that it didn't hold itself back. Like, it was PG? Is it rated PG?
I think so.
But they understood it's like we got to bring it back to the 80s, okay? Where we can kind of get a bit hardcore. We can actually throw some cursing in there. We can prove why this needs to be PG instead of it being something like Inside Out where it's rated PG for some weird ass reason. Oh my god. And I really like the voice performances here. Chris Hemsworth and Tyler Henry. Damn it. I break. What's his name? Mike Tyree Henry?
Oh, Brian Tyree Henry?
Brian Tyree Henry. Thank you. Like those two are excellent. Like, it's amazing how as the movie starts, it's like they sound good. They sound really good in their roles as like young upstarts making their way through. But as it goes along, those voices just morph perfectly. It's like, oh no, I'm really seeing the rise of Optimus Prime and Megatron. Like, you're genuinely feeling these characters become these great legends that we know them for. Like, it's so good. Like, I'm just surprised. It's just amazing that it took this long for them to finally get it right. And they're still, if I'm right, they're still making like this G.I. Joe Transformers crossover movie for live actions that I don't
Which I
know.
be good?
recently,
Probably not.
I recently learned from Rob that it's in the same universe.
Uh,
Hmm.
Wait, that GI
Like,
Joe
actually?
and Transformers.
Yes.
I mean, I guess, but it's just the problem is like, who the fuck are they gonna get back? Because the first GI Joe movie, live action GI Joe movie, nobody really liked, and then the second one, eh. Again, it's like no one really remembers it or cares, and then you got that Snake Eyes movie, which no one was fucking with. I don't even. So it's just like, okay, it should be cool that the Transformers are gonna meet the GI Joes, but there's no.
What are they gonna do?
Right? What are they gonna do? Who are they really gonna be fighting? Is Cobra and the Decepticons meet? I don't know. I mean, unless they play it up as hammy as possible, and they're just like, we're just going balls to the wall, all out. We don't fucking care. Okay. Like, that's the only way I could see it probably working. I don't know. They're saying FIFO says they're gonna sell toys, which I don't know. Did Rise of Beasts sell that many toys? I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if this movie sold as many toys. Okay. I mean,
Transformers 1.
I got one toy from GameStop myself just because it's the Optimus Prime. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, I'm not even sure if kids be playing with the toys like that.
I really don't know more, dog. That's the worst part.
But yeah,
I don't know if they do. I don't be hanging out with kids like that. So.
yeah, nah.
No, real.
Good save. Yeah, no, I definitely have to check out
That
this.
shit tickled Kiwi.
That's what we-
That shit tickled my son Kiwi. Oh man, how you like that movie about my son Donnie?
Oh yeah, we were talking about that earlier. That movie is visceral. Like,
Ain't that shit crazy, bro?
here's the thing. Halfway through with that shit, shout outs to Paige Lego for the $5 for the $4.99. Did you see the news about the Moon Girl episode that got banned? Yeah, go over that in a second.
That sucks. That
Yeah,
sucks.
but-
Ooh, that's stupid and dumb.
Yeah, but I'll go over that in a second. Yeah, The Apprentice, bro. At first, watching it halfway through, I was like, okay, I'm kind of not understanding. I mean, I get it. There's some crazy shit, definitely. But I wasn't getting it. But then the bedroom scene happened.
Yeah, man.
Yeesh.
I was like, oh, they wanted to say, yeah, this is
Wait,
who y'all got.
whose letterbox is this?
What, this one right
Huh?
now?
Yeah.
Mine.
Oh,
What, you see
why
something?
is she a little four? Why is she a little 4 stars?
Why is what?
Why is she a little 4 stars? Wait a minute, what?
Look, man. Look,
What?
man.
What? What?
Chicken Little.
Huh?
Chicken Little.
What?
Oh,
what?
just chicken little fire, nigga. That shit
It's a
hard.
Hey,
good
whoa,
movie. It's a
whoa,
really
whoa,
good
whoa,
movie.
whoa! Look.
That shit hard. Y'all niggas not about to do that, bro. Somebody told y'all niggas to feel that way. Go
Yeah.
watch that movie. That shit hard.
Wait,
Look.
Tariq,
Who are niggas? Who are these
It's
niggas?
just
that you're
Doug
Doug
talking
Walker.
about?
Doug Walker told people to hate this movie.
Who are these niggas that you're talking about? I'm just saying, like,
What you
I
just
think-
saying then?
I remember watching with a homie, and it's like, hey, bro, I don't think it's bad, but like, it's aight. That's all I feel. It's aight, like a 3 at best. 4 is crazy. Like,
So you lukewarm on the movie and you yelling at a nigga because he like it a little more than you. What type of sense that make?
Really?
What you doing here, bro? What you got going on?
I'm just confused because guys,
Taj. You got this.
That shit fire.
that just like, I'm not even mad. I'm just like, what? Like, whoa, okay, I did not know Chicken Little had shooters like that. What?
That
Look,
shit
man,
hard.
I
used-
quite it.
I used to look at this movie sideways, but then I had to remember, wait, I did have this soundtrack and the DVD, and I did repeatedly watch this
Same,
movie
brother.
properly
Same.
because it was actually good. I will admit,
Man, I just got really high and watched it with D'Angelo, and I was like, oh wait, this shit is hilarious. I
like,
love this.
like it's easy to hate on the. I need to get to that super chat real quick, but first, before we get too distracted, but Paige, yeah, I saw the episode. I don't want to show anything because I don't want to get this shit taken down, but it was a good episode talking about showcasing trans rights, especially showcasing trans teens in sports and being kicked out and having to go through having to fight through the different goals posts being moved every time against them. Like, I think it's a beautiful episode, and Disney's obviously on some bullshit for not airing it especially now when it really could air, when we really could use an episode like this. Like, it's very important. So yeah, I think it's an excellent episode, and it definitely deserves to air.
Yep. I'll say this: if anyone in chat has access to this episode, share it around with your friends. If Disney don't want to show it to nobody, then you should be able to show it to people.
Exactly.
Because it's nonsense. So.
Oh, what's that one Prince meme? What's that one Prince meme? It's always morally correct. It's always morally correct to pirate Disney shit. It's always morally correct.
I love piracy. So
I love sailing the seven seas.
I love
That was
it.
stupid, Brian. Like that one. I'm gonna say that
Yar
one.
hard.
But yeah, Chicken Little.
Oh my god, that's my white boy. I just
Look, it really is just one of those things where the movie, you can definitely hate it on the basis of it got changed from what the original idea was, because Chicken Little was supposed to be a girl and Buck it was supposed to have, the wife was supposed to still be alive. She it would have really been interesting to see where that played out. But, they decided, let's go this other route with the, father-son bond, and it's still pretty good. But the thing is, people misunderstood Buck. They did, and it a little bit on the movie for not showcasing this a little bit, but his wife died, and he's a widow. He's literally having to raise a son all by himself. So you kind of, a lot of people forgot that it's like, oh yeah, that's right, he's a single dad, and his son at the beginning of the movie caused a whole town to panic and cause destruction. I'm sorry, y'all, but if I'm a parent, I'm doing what Buck does. Okay, I'm like, I gotta do damage control. I need to calm down this very hostile mob before they destroy and murder my child. That's what happened there. That he was being a good parent and making sure that mob didn't just completely destroy Chicken Little. So don't try to pretend like he should have just had. Y'all can try to say, yeah, he should have had Chicken Little's back. And then what? They're just like, they tell them get the fuck out of the town.
Kick him out?
Yeah, they'll just kick him out of the town, and now it's like, well, damn, my child now had to be faced with the trauma of getting completely kicked out of a town. Like, that's gonna fuck with somebody. That, like, no kid I don't know if a kid could recover from that. It's like, you fucked up that hard at your age that you got kicked out of a town. Think about that.
Why did they? One thing I don't understand, is the one that I don't see people even like trying to discuss. Why did they name their son Chicken?
Yeah.
His first name Chicken, last name Little.
Why would you do that?
Isn't the fish name like actually just fish? Like, because
fish out of water, yeah.
Yeah, no, why they do that to chicken and fish? Like,
why does Abby have a name? Like, Abby has a name, but she's the ugly duckling. They don't just call her ugly.
Yeah, the pig's name Runt, right? Like, Runt of the litter? Like, that's the joke?
Foxy Loxy.
These poor kids.
Turkey Lurkey.
They should remake it, but the only thing they change is that they call Abby ugly. I would like to see that version of the movie.
Y'all never seen the behind the scenes or like there was like this uncovered scene of a Chicken Little 2 concept, and it's kind of crazy.
Oh, Chicken Little
Like,
2?
Yeah,
Like they go to space?
no, it's like they age the characters up. Like the kids are just adults now. Abby and Chicken Little are together, but their relationship is actually on the rocks. Like,
Oh, brother. Oh,
like low
brother.
key, Chicken Little might actually cheat on Abby.
Whoa! What? Whoa!
It's crazy, bro.
Whoa.
It really was crazy. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
I gonna do that to a
Disney,
girl,
make this
bro.
right now.
She
Like-
liked you
Make
for
this
you
right
too.
now.
What are we talking about?
I gotta see if I can find it, but it really was just so crazy to see. And like it's like, what the fuck made y'all think this was made work
Okay.
for a movie, like for a kids film, bro? Like, ugh. There we go. Animatic Chicken. I think I found it. Yep, there it is, right here.
You must have just not understood the vision.
Like,
Haters, they didn't get it.
like I would play it for y'all, but I don't know. This might be stolen because.
This might be stolen.
I mean, didn't they get hacked recently and a bunch of shit got like taken out? So I
It
don't
ain't
know.
officially released, so it ain't that it might be stolen, nigga. That's why I said that.
Well,
Ain't
so
no
it
way
is.
for it not to be stolen.
Yeah, true. It's just stolen. Some of the leaked plans for Abby and the canceled Chicken Little 2 were actually kind of interesting. Like what? What were they gonna do? Ladani? AWOG was crazy for kids show, so they hid that. Well, here we go. Fine a little bit. What was that one? But yeah, man, Joker 2.
Down to clown. My God.
You and that
That's
down to
like a-
clown shit.
Brother, that's such a better movie title. You can't lie to me. Again, what's the whole point with that dumbass French shit? What's that mean?
Down to
What does that mean, bruh?
The film de man.
That's what I'm saying. I don't get it. I don't get it. If the bro was trying to make a movie that was objectively trying to piss off the fans, I would have been in that booth being like, damn, Joker
I don't
2,
get it. Change it.
down to clown. Like,
I think that's a funny ass title. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man. Oh dude, I saw The Substance and
Ooh, how was that?
disturbing. Very like it's it you get the metaphors. It's basically falling into drug abuse or drug addiction and having to follow beauty standards and, you know, being stuck in an industry that keeps moving forward and you just get left behind because you're just aging and you keep fighting for youth. But they wanted to go hard with the fucking metaphor here, man. Like, it's about this woman who finds out, who, you know, she's aging out of her industry of being a dance model, like, you know, aerobics model, and, you know, she's getting old. But she finds out about this particular thing called The Substance. It's like this new drug / program that will help her experience her youth again. But there's sort of a weird thing to it. The way it works is it's effectively creating a younger clone of you. So she has to keep swapping with every week. You know, so 1 week will be with her in her old body, the other week with the new body. Something in that regards. And
Honestly, that sounds kind of hard. I need
Oh,
to
yeah.
watch that.
oh, it's real good. And it's visceral in how they do the cloning. Like, you see, like, they do a lot of body horror, like really good body horror, where in the cloning process, you just see this person growing out of another person, and it's not like CGI or anything. Like, there's genuine good prosthetics on display, and you're just seeing all this just gristle and meat breaking apart just to bring somebody to life out of the spine of somebody else. You know, it's really dark. It's really visceral for a film, man. But it's a movie that says we're taking it to its fullest extreme as we can go. We are not holding back. Okay?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out. I've heard a lot of good stuff about it from people around my school, so I'm definitely gonna have to check it out.
Oh yeah, give it a watch when you can, cause I could see that being one of those dark horse Oscar contenders for next year. Like it might be one of those things where it's like maybe like Poor Things, maybe where it's just one of those so out there visceral movies that people have to say, I think that might need to be the one to win, maybe or something. Because the substance, man, so good. And also, it looks really good. What the fuck? Chill.
Huh? No, hey, chill out. I just posted that. I didn't think you'd see it immediately.
I got Discord up so I can see this. Look at this.
This is hard. This is hard. You're telling me if you saw that
Let me see what the
on
class is
a
talking about.
poster, if you saw that like at your theater, you would have been like, "Damn, I want to watch this movie." Like,
Phoenix
I
Gaka.
don't like this. You gotta take this one down.
Down
nephew.
to clown.
Delete this
Pretty
one.
good.
nephew.
I think this is.
how did
This
you
is a
make?
pretty good thing.
How'd you make
Take
that
this
so
off all
quick?
of the hard drives, please.
I'm not taking criticism for this one. Actually, I'm not.
Nephew, it don't matter what you're taking. I'm gonna need you to take this down.
That's so funny.
I'm posting this everywhere.
Down to clown. What, Tariq? You ain't down to clown?
Well, don't ever. You're not supposed to ask me shit like that. What's that about?
Oh man. Oh yeah. The Alien movies. I caught up to those, and like first two. Obvious classics. Amazing level of suspense for the first one. Awesome action in the second one. Good suspense. You care about the characters. I love Ridley and the fact that like she just kind of was. She was smart. Okay, like she's badass too. Love those first two. What the fuck happened with 3 and 4, man?
Not good.
What the fuck happened, man? The third one, they just lost the plot. They just because after the third one, basically every character who survived in the second one died, and except for Ridley, she lives and she escapes she ends up making her way to this prison, this space prison that's inhabited by nothing but the worst type of criminals. I mean, like rapists and shit, and they make it abundantly clear, and it's so horrible. And the alien is just some dog, like it's a dog alien. It's nothing special. It's boring. It's so nothing of a film. And then the fourth one, Joss Whedon is disgusting.
Wait, Joss Whedon made the fourth one?
He wrote the fourth one, and then it was directed by some other dude who's just fucking weird.
Yucky.
They really wanted to showcase Sigourney Weaver and Winona Ryder making out, or just showing off that they're hot, which was weird because the Alien franchise does not thrive on sex. Like, Ridley does not look hot, okay? She looks very normal, very average. So you're very much it's made clear it's like you are to focus on the fact that this is a cool character. Stop don't get titillated. Don't focus on titillation. But Joss Whedon didn't get the fucking memo, and just really wanted to play up some weird sense of sexiness for Ridley that wasn't there. It wasn't there, and the whole movie is just so stupid. I kind of forget what happens. A lot of it, like Ridley becomes cloned because she died in the third one, and she gets revived as some sort of weird alien type clone that inadvertently has a connection to this other like alien mutation thing that comes into play later. None of it makes any fucking sense. And I don't even know, man. But but one thing that just genuinely pissed me off was, you know how y'all know how in horror movies they like to kill off the black guy, and sometimes usually for no good reason. This movie did it the most egregious way possible. So these guys are escaping from these aliens. They start climbing up this long ladder after the aliens were chasing them while they were underwater. One of them, they were being chased by two aliens. One of them died while it was underwater. So they're climbing up this long ladder, and the living alien, the surviving alien, or the remaining alien, jumps up, get onto them, and latches on to like the foot of one of these guys. It's this black guy trying to climb up while he has this other guy, this paraplegic guy, on his back, like and they're just climbing up. And so the black guy gets latched onto, and he shoots down to kill the alien. Now, understand the alien's got acid blood, so the black guy gets burned, and he can't hold on anymore. And so he ends up getting flipped over. And so the paraplegic guy switches and holds on to the ladder while the black guy is dangling. But the alien is dead and is just hanging on to the guy's foot just by a little bit. And you know what the black guy does? Like, even though he sustained some small injuries, not serious, not enough that it's like, okay, no, you are gonna die, just like light burns, like maybe a skin graft here and there. He decides to unbuckle himself from the paraplegic guy holding him up and keeping them on the ladder, and just sacrifice himself for nothing. Keep in mind, they're not in danger anymore. The aliens were dead. They were safe. But the black guy said, I'll sacrifice myself. I mean, I'm not really that damaged. And we're not being chased anymore. And we're just a little bit up the ways. We're really home free right now. But I'll sacrifice myself. How did nerds look up to this motherfucker, Joss Whedon, man? I just had to go on that fucking tangent because that was so fucking stupid, man.
You poor guy. You had to see that movie.
They thankfully started picking themselves back up when we get to Prometheus. But, oh my god. Oh. Them things were us. The third and fourth ones, man. Especially that fourth one. That shit was a kick in the balls. And from Prometheus and on, it kind of started getting into rehash territory. They kind of were just redoing what they previously did with the first two movies, and even the recent one, Romulus. It's like, okay, it's just following up on a storyline from the second movie. From the first movie, which but come on, guys, we kind of need a little bit. We kind of need to follow some more logical conclusions with these aliens, okay? I don't know. But yeah, the alien movies were a trip. They were definitely a trip, but I'm glad I have them finally knocked out.
Nice. She sounds like a trip. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. What the fuck is going on outside? Jesus.
It's lit out there.
A little too lit. Ugh.
Don't police people, man.
Remember, chat, y'all can pick movies that y'all see on the screen. Oh, yeah. Rebel Ridge. I saw this on Netflix. This is a movie that I wanted to like a little more, but it just didn't go as far as I think I needed it to. You know, like, it's a movie about a guy who, he goes to this town that has a very corrupt police force that's holding his, if I'm right, it's his cousin. Yeah, his cousin. And they're like, moving him around, and they're kind of dicking him around and getting him on, like, like this thing called civil asset forfeiture. Like the movie is mainly based around this very fucked up law that does exist, and where basically you can get theft. There's theft by cop. Like the cops can just steal anything from you as long as they say, we suspect you might be up to no good with it. Like you might commit a crime. We think this car, it was going to be used in some sort of drug deal, so they confiscate the car. Or this phone, this nice phone, you know, and the movie's based around that. But it's this black guy going against this police force, but he doesn't really do as much against the police force as you want him to. It really wants to just go with the basic, just trust the system to fix itself. You know, like the conclusion really is just like, trust the system, it'll do it right, when it's like, the system is what gave us this stupid law in the first fucking place. It's not going to fix itself, guys. That's not a good conclusion. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it felt too middle of the road. Like it's trying to be a middle of the road movie and trying to tell black folk, hey, don't just trust the law a little bit.
No.
Like, no. Like, get out of here.
No.
Like, even like they try to have him be a sort of 80s hero badass where it's like, yeah, he is strong enough to beat the shit, like to beat the shit out of the actual cops, but it's still like nothing, because it's like, these are cops who literally got hit because his cousin gets killed, spoiler alert, and so it's like, really, we really got to do this? He has to restrain himself? They literally, nah, it just doesn't really sit too right with me, and to be honest, I kind of want to drop its number just for that. It has a little bit of entertainment value, but it's kind of a long movie. Like, yeah, look at this, 132 minutes. Like, it's a long movie, and a lot of it's just kind of them circumnavigating the law to try to get the cops busted. It's just not entertaining. What else y'all been seeing?
I actually like watched movies, that being Piece by Piece and The Wild Robot.
I actually saw Piece by Piece, but I'm like,
I haven't seen any of those.
Piece
I
by
ended up
Piece.
watching The Shining earlier.
Piece by Piece is really good.
It was alright. I don't really watch like biopics, so like they kind of caught my ass when they're like, "Hey, it's a biopic." However, Legos, and I'm like, "All right, I'll see what's up with this." And again, I do. You know, this movie made me realize that, yeah, no, I know a lot of Pharrell Williams work, but like other than that, I feel like it's very like by the numbers. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's been more, even though I haven't seen like a lot of documentaries. I've probably seen like a way more interesting one. You know what I mean? I do. I do like how they like, you know, show like the fact of, I don't know what the condition he has, but like the way they're represented in the movie, I think is really cool. You know what I mean?
What'd you say?
The fact that like how he hears sounds, well, like he sees sounds and stuff. Like I think that's a cool like visual in the movie. Like I think that's cool. And like seeing like some of my favorite like, you know, Pharrell songs, like, you know, Frontin', Alright, be like shown in like this format was honestly pretty interesting.
I think it's honestly, I really had a lot of fun with it, just because, I don't know, it really plays up. You could argue it's a very egotistical movie just because of how much it's playing up Pharrell. But
yeah, it does that a lot. Like, I don't think they're gonna like go into like the things that he's done that are like kind of shitty, which like it makes sense. Again, it's like a kids movie, like it's a kids documentary movie, for better or for worse. But like, you know, I had fun with it.
Oh, I don't know how much bad did Pharrell do?
Didn't he do something about like Milkshake or whatever?
Milkshake.
Like
Kevin's cat.
Nigga. What the?
Chris sworn he did something, but I don't know. But what's it called? I thought the movie was pretty alright. Like again, I had like a good time with the movie. Like I went with like a friend who didn't know like a lot of Pharrell stuff, and it's just like it was like I guess my funniest thing about it is like he'd watch the movie, and I'm like a little bit more into music than like compared to my other friends. A song plays and they're like, "Hey, wait, he helped make that." I'm like, "Yeah, no, he did that." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's not very Christmas movie showing dealing heavily with law enforcement. Oh yeah, and tons of feel very middle of the road or very defensive of the corrupt. Yeah, pretty much Rebel Ridge. This film was not much as a sloppy kiss to Pharrell as Saturday Night did to Lauren Michaels.
Mm.
Mm.
I like Saturday Night.
I gotta watch that one.
Live?
Well, that's what it's about. It's a biopic kind of thing.
Oh,
It's about it's
it's
about
that
them putting
one.
together
Yeah,
the first show.
yeah, that's cool.
I like that movie. I thought it was good.
I actually wanted to see it because it actually looked pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, nobody I know besides me and my roommate that's seen it have seemed to like it. But I don't know what the big fucking deal is.
I'm gonna put it on the wheel.
Could be,
Put it on
I don't
that
know, could be a bias
motherfucking wheel.
against Saturday Night Live. No, a lot
That's
of
how
people.
I ended up. We did Wheels today, Kiwi. That's how I ended up watching Oliver and Company, and
And
then we did a second wheel, and then we ended up watching Cat Ballou.
huh,
Uh, yeah, I ain't
yo,
really, it was and oh, and we took in Oliver and Company. We took a drink every time they sang. Um,
huh.
so you know.
Well, y'all got drunk like what 5 times then, or took a shot like what 5 times?
Something like that. Then apparently they sung in Cat Ballou. I tapped out by then. I was like, all right, I'm done.
mm, I gotta watch Saturday Night. I used to watch Saturday Night Live when I was, damn, maybe 11 or 12. Make that 12 all the way up to somewhere in my 20s. Then I just kind of fell off.
Stone Age.
I stopped. I mostly at this point just watch like the weekend updates just because Michael Shea and Colin Jost are really funny. But that's really it. But I do want. I'm curious to see what that Saturday Night movie is like.
I like it.
There was a time when Netflix first became like a streaming service, and like they had all of like the really old Saturday Night Live on it.
Mm.
And I watched like pretty much all the way up until like 1990.
God
That's sick.
damn.
They have
But and
that.
this
They have that
yeah,
on
that was all the
Peacock
way
now.
back then. Yeah,
It's like they have that the same way, but they have it on Peacock now.
interesting. Okay.
They actually what's funny is me and Hats discovered this, but they have like WWE Raw and like SmackDown and shit up there on Peacock too. Like from like the very first time they did that shit.
Oh,
Like
that's
the
crazy.
first show. Yeah, that shit is wild.
Are they gonna move it when it starts airing on Netflix next year?
No idea. No idea.
Hmm. Guess we'll see.
Hmm. But
It'll be fucked up to lose that though, because I didn't even know that existed. Like it's insane that they have it like that.
mm,
Wow, wow.
but yeah, I will say piece by piece. That's a really good. I'd say it's a good movie. I mean, I don't know what if Pharrell actually did have any skeletons in his closet. I'm operating so.
From what
Huh?
I'm looking up about Milkshake, it seems that like uh the singer was like Felice. Yeah, she has apparently said that like yeah, none of the royalties go to her for that song. It's all Pharrell and Chad Hugo.
Oh, okay. There you go. There's
That sucks.
that. It sucks because it's such a bad song too.
Damn.
It's a bad song. I'm sorry. We can't pretend like Milkshake was an actual good song.
I haven't heard it in a bit.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I heard it. But like again, like I don't think they're gonna bring that up in the movie. You know what I mean? Like
They didn't. They very much leave it out. So that's always that one thing with biopics. It's like or not biopics. I guess in this case it's just a documentary, but animated, which that's what propels it up there for me is the fact that it's fully animated and for some
Cool
reason
that
it's
it's
Lego.
animated.
Like that's what really makes it unique for me. But you know, as a biopic, yeah, it's a very obviously biased biopic, where it's just like, yeah, Pharrell, he's a cool guy and people like working with him and you know that type of stuff. But I don't know the shit where with Khalees getting screwed over. That's not cool. That sucks.
I do think again, stupid moment that I found really funny. Okay, so like the scene where like I think it's Pusha T talking about how like after like he left his own record deal, he had to go back on the streets, so like struggling and shit.
Yeah.
And it's like I think it's so funny, it's a Lego nigga selling a brick. And he's selling bricks.
that's pretty
He's
good.
dead ass selling bricks. I can't believe it. They did that in a Lego movie.
I didn't even think
Wow.
about that shit. Oh no, it
I
really
told
is
my friend that
it's a Lego selling a brick.
he's selling bricks, bro. I can't. And then they showed that nigga the help. And then they showed immediately after Pharrell helping Pusha T make grinding. That's so funny.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, the fact that they showcase all those different stars he helped with, it's like, damn, Pharrell really had his hand. It's like I really was informed. I mean, I was really tapped into Pharrell's shit for a long time. Like it makes you remember so many hits that he produced. It's like, jeez, so many.
You probably got a lot of that streaming bread after that shit came out.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Get that bread.
I was also surprised to find out it wasn't till Pharrell helped Snoop make "Droppin' Like It's Hot" Snoop's first #1 single. Like I did not know that.
Like the Neptunes were like going crazy in the early 2000s.
They just said Ice Cube just got his first solo #1 single like this month.
Oh, that's crazy.
Damn, really?
It was some shit like that I read. Yeah.
I mean,
A
Ice
lot
Cube
of
did
people,
just
like,
drop a whole
you
new
just
album.
kinda-
So.
Yeah, a lot of people like that. You just like picture them like I guess like they most well known shit is like being on it with somebody else or something like that. Like they got like legendary features or some shit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because most people don't really talk about a Snoop Dogg album.
Besides Doggy Style.
Yeah, besides Doggy
There's
Style.
nothing outside Doggy Style. Not really. Maybe niggas not talking about the Dog Father. The Dog Father.
Not the
Crazy.
Dog Father, man.
The Dog
But
Father.
but the other movie, Wild Robot, that's gas and a half, bro. Like damn. God
yeah.
damn.
Wild
Good ass
Robot.
movie.
Where? Was that
I also
on
better
here?
watch that.
It's a good ass movie.
Oh yeah, I love the Wild Robot. Like, part of me feels, I don't know, the music, the score is really good, but I couldn't help but sort of almost feel like it was a little bit like Polar Express, where it's like, okay, they're definitely gonna keep milking that theme. But it's a good theme. It's a strong, epic theme that works in tune with the actual thematics of the film. Really. Like, I just love, it's been a minute, I forgot these, Roz. I just love how Roz has to adapt to the wilderness, and it really is just, I don't know.
I like how the wilderness does not mess with Roz in the beginning of the movie. Like it takes a minute for them to actually accept it as like a part of their environment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it really took a lot of like actual building of like bonds between everybody, and of course slowly, but it did happen, and it was like you really feel everybody come together by the end.
And I find it legitimately very interesting that they did like the whole, lie reveal thing in the middle of the movie because like that's not what really matters. Like it happens, and then Ross is like, "Look, I understand you're upset with me. However, we gotta help you migrate because if you don't fly, you're going to die." Like,
Right. It really was. I was conflicted a little bit because it was like, damn, they did do that a little fast. But yeah, it
I
really
don't know,
is
I
like,
felt-
guys, who cares? Okay, because we all understand what it was. It's like it was a full accident. She didn't mean to do it, and so but she did try to do the right thing by taking care of him.
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh man, and I just love how they did the whole bonds between them. Like I love the connections. Like it does feel like a genuine mother and son bond.
you know, the Fox is also really funny. Like,
Oh yeah,
it also took me a hot ass minute to realize that it was like Pedro Pascal. I could just wonder with the same guy who did like the voice for like Nick in Zootopia.
yeah. I could kind of see it, especially with the design of the fox. Like you
Yeah.
kind of a little too close to Nick. But yeah, Pedro really does a good job. Everyone does. Lupita Nyong'o's also great. Voice cast in general. I love how this movie looks too. Like it is a gorgeous film. Like some people try to say the animation they weren't really feeling the animation. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
Like,
they're wrong.
You smoking something, bro. You smoking some trees. Oh,
Not a bad thing though.
not the good trees. Like we're talking
does
with
that
rot.
mean?
We're talking with rot.
Oh. Oh.
It's scary.
Rot. Very scary.
Yeah, nah. Like this movie looks so good. It's like every frame was like a painting, you know, just like this
LOL.
painting where the artist just went insane. Oh, I couldn't get enough. And the fact that, and I'm so glad it actually has that it's based on a book that has sequels, so we're going to get sequels. I'm like, good. I want to see more of this. I need more of this. I need to see the rest of this story too. Oh my god. But yeah, the Wild Robot, DreamWorks, they can be inconsistent sometimes, but to me, I feel like in terms of their theatrical movies so far, they've just been doing good each time. Some people ain't feeling Ruby, wasn't feeling Ruby Teenage Kraken, but I thought that was actually a fun movie. I thought it was genuinely a fun movie. Bad Guys was just got that was good. That was a really good one. Okay. So, and then obviously Puss in Boots, great. Like they've just been doing good. The only failures is just those television and Netflix specials.
Nah, man, you love them shits.
You love them shits.
That's true.
Snoop smokes a forest. Maybe.
Has anyone here seen Look Back?
What?
Nah, I gotta watch that. I really do. I've been hearing so many people say they cried from it. I'm like, okay, bring it on.
It's good. It's real good. It's real good. It's real good. I genuinely, if you haven't seen it, man, I'm not gonna talk about it. Like that is how, because it's really short, and I feel like if I say anything, it'll be like
yeah. I saw it was like less than an hour.
Yeah, it's short. The movie, I watched it through dubious means, but apparently in the theater, or in some theaters, like they played an interview with the director at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently that was because the movie was too short that some theaters didn't allow it to pull up like if it was that short. So they had to add an interview with the director.
Oh wow. They were like, look, we'll let
Apparently,
this movie play, but it can't be
apparently.
this damn short. That's just funny.
It's like, it's really short.
Like people,
it's
because
really short.
I guess
but it's really
they have a point, because it's just like, bro, for people to come here and they're not even here for a full hour, like,
Mhm.
Like, come on, that's not fair to anyone.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's totally understandable. I just thought it was funny, but no, it's really good. No, when you see it, man, you gotta let me know because it's one of those. It's one of those. You probably watch it in like a dark room, or if, I don't know if it's still playing in theaters. It's probably not. But like, because I watched it this morning, like while I was getting ready, and it still really got me. Like I was like, dang, this is really good. But I wish I saw it like when I was like focused, like 100%. I'm gonna have to rewatch it because I there was a scene where there's like no music. That's all I'll say. If you know, you know. There's a scene where there's no music, just dialogue, and I'm like, I was looking at it, I was locked in, but I was like, damn, if I was locked in from like start to finish, I probably would have started crying. If I was in the theater, I would have saw it for sure, for sure. So when you see it, please let me know. It's really good. It's really pretty too.
All right, I'm gonna definitely check it out. Especially since I know it's like it's written, but it was done by the dude who made Dan to Dan, or was it Chainsaw Man?
Chainsaw Man. It's
Okay.
made by the Chainsaw Man guy. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And it's definitely not as weird as his other works. Because it's like real. It's like real. It's a real story. It's not fantastical. It's not supernatural. But it definitely still has like his style. It's a bit funny sometimes. Like you'll exhale out of your nose, I think, a few times. But it's not meant to be funny. But it's a bit funny. It's a bit silly sometimes. But it's probably the most normal work he's ever done. That's not like out of this world ridiculous at some point.
Okay. All right then. I'm definitely looking forward then, especially with that recommendation. But,
Yeah. And for the professor in chat, it's called Look Back.
yeah. And the professor wants us to look at Civil War.
Ooh.
You know,
It's been so long since I've seen that
Oh
movie.
my god, I watched this movie. Oh.
Oh wait, I'm thinking the wrong thing. Never mind. Oops.
you
Hypnotizer
know,
or clown?
this movie came. Watching this movie before the election, it did put a bit of a shock to you to think, fuck, that feels a little too real. And now after, it's like, fuck, this really is a little too real.
This might be a little bit too real, yeah.
I hate it, man. But yeah, this movie is fucking. It's a real movie. Like they genuinely they wanted to make it clear. It's like, oh yeah, let's showcase exactly how fucked up a situation can get with the way things are. You know, with letting a president get away with like just killing some actual American citizens just outright, like. Because that's basically what the movie was saying. It's like, at the end of the day, Texas and California would put aside their differences just to say, yeah, I can't agree with a president who would actively kill American citizens. Like, that's too far. But, like, But it's the fact of the journalists going on this very complicated journey that you know is so important, though. Because of the fact that it's like, this story needs to be told, and it needs to be told correctly. But they're all risking their lives left and right to be able to pull this off. And each time, every time you're just worried something's going to go wrong. Like, this movie is tense. Like, like it is a good,
super tense movie. Yeah. Characters in the movie are really cool. Even some like only stay for like a little bit, but like they're still go. Like it's like, and by cool I don't mean they're actually cool. I mean like cool as in like their actors played the role really well.
right.
So, because all of these people in this movie are like really like not good human beings, but
Yeah.
So, but it is an interesting look into a scenario that is really not even that crazy to think about now.
Yeah, especially in the way things are now. It's like this. God, let's hope it doesn't get to that. But yeah, this movie, it really wants to get across that it's like, yeah, shit can go wrong pretty fast, and you do want at the end of the day, you gotta trust the print journalists, the people who are willing to actually get to, the people who are willing to like get onto the ground and show you the real shit, the real situation. But sadly, you also have to remember a lot of these people also lose their own humanity, sadly. I don't know, man. It's just,
Bro.
whew, it's a hard movie. Hard movie.
I agree.
It's hard to watch and it's a hard movie.
Hey.
You said, what the fuck, Jesse? Just what the fuck, Jesse? That's it?
That's yeah, because I the ending of that movie.
Yeah. Wow. What Johnny say? Dunst and Plemons are so good. Remember, chat, y'all can pick any movie y'all see.
That's true.
I see someone said do Blue Beetle. I don't know if y'all did that already.
I ain't watch that.
I mean, I did.
I feel like it'll be like a 1 minute segment.
I mean,
Not a bad movie. It's just
it's Iron Man, but Latino.
Can't
It's
say
true.
that, bro.
He can. He
You're not allowed to say that.
It's not a bad movie. It's just,
I don't.
it's okay.
How you gonna say it's okay? Who you?
Someone who actually watched it.
Oh, you don't understand. Okay.
It's not, most people ain't watching.
That's true. That's true.
Ain't do well.
Well, yeah. That movie was in such a tough spot because a part of me wants to be like, oh, they're silly for like releasing it, but like low key, they also were like, okay, it's probably not gonna make a lot, but I'm glad they released it. I just wish, I don't know. I feel like I wish they could rework it to be like the start of the new DC thing because I feel like it would have made more if they promoted it like that. But obviously, it was well into I think post production like for a while.
Yeah, I don't know. Blue Beetle to lead into the DC feels awkward, but I mean, I'm happy to see him back. Like if they actually bring him into this new DCU they got, I'm fine, like good. Like he's a good actor. He actually is like fun, charismatic, and I thought he played the role well as Blue Beetle. But yeah, the movie, they needed to do a little more with it. The villain definitely needed some work because it's just like, oh, it's just Obadiah Stane.
Oh,
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly.
oh.
Exactly. God, superhero movie villains are so hit. No, they're miss and hit. Actually, is more accurate. It's mostly missing.
It's because they're so afraid to let the villains just be villains. Like, I get it. It's like, hey, we don't want to promote a very awful person as if they're a good person. And it's like, that's why you have them lose. That's why you have them get their ass beat and look pathetic. That way it's like, oh, yeah, no one wants to be like that. Sad and pathetic and beaten. Ugh. We need to get back to basic superheroing, okay?
That's what I'm saying.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Come on.
God
Let me look
dang.
at this Letterboxd. I want to see if I see something that I disagree with.
Let's go back to chills.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Oh, you saw Killer Clowns?
Yeah, no, I saw it on yours, and I was like, I did watch it. I watched it like a year ago. I just forgot to put it on my Letterboxd. I do that all the time. I forget I have that. It was fun. My partner loves Killer Clowns. It's like one of her favorite movies ever.
Yeah,
Um,
I thought it was definitely.
yeah.
It's like you saw the zeitgeist around it, like for me, and it was fun. And I always thought, okay, I get it. It's supposed to be tongue in cheek. It's a lame idea that's obviously supposed to be laughed at. And so, you watch it and it's like, yep, it's exactly what you expect. It's just as goofy and over the top as it can be. But that's what makes it funny, is the fact that it goes all out with what it's trying to do. It's even though we're as low budget as possible, we're still gonna have some amazing set design. Like, I love how this movie looks. Like, I love the fact that they said, "Fuck it. Here's matte paintings. Here's some actual practical sets." I'm like, good, bravo. Like, give me that. I love that. Give me that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, 100% agree. It's very, especially that spaceship or whatever it is, like the clown house, whatever, looks really fun. I will say like it's a bit. I like movies with characters, and those characters are a little like I don't really care about them. It's a fun movie though. I will say for the last 10 minutes, I was like, oh, I hope this movie ends soon. I hope it doesn't have like another 30 minutes because I'm not gonna like it if it does. And it did end soon.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if it had an extra 30 minutes, that wouldn't have been
I
fun.
would be like, please. Yeah, but no, yeah, no, Killer Clowns is very fun.
Trying to look through Tariq shit, see what he got.
Oh, what? You doing what?
Look through Tariq, your profile.
Oh no. When did I watch any of that? I remember some of these.
Oh my god. Is that
So
black
many
enough
angry-
for
I'll
you?
Oh yeah, that shit had me hot.
Drop it.
It was like it's a Netflix documentary about like black media, but like it can't tell if it wants to be a documentary or a video essay, because the niggas start like interjecting his opinions and shit into it.
Man, so
I think I
most of
pretty much say exactly what I said.
yes, so most of this is good, but it reads more like a video ad. Yep.
Yeah, it's not gonna
Damn. Is
Yeah,
it?
he had
I
me
hope
hot.
that's not the new trend of like documentaries feeling like video essays. Ugh.
Nah, this shit might have been a fluke. He had me hot. I ain't like that.
What the feels good, man.
Oh yeah, that's a good doc. It's about the nigga that made Pepe the Frog in the comic, and how like it just kind of turned into some other shit like out of his hands.
Oh,
Uh, and he's just you watch that thing and you like see what that character's turned into, and the creator's just kind of like this like super wholesome guy.
oh, that
Uh,
sucks.
yeah, it's fucked up, man.
Hey, shit got hijacked. You just made an innocent, sweet little frog, and next thing they're like, well, the Nazis like him. I'm like,
Yeah.
That shit's tough. That sucks so hard.
ugh, I'd be mad
I'd
at
be
it.
so
So
mad.
many people for that. It's awful. What else we got here? Hey, Tariq, I forgot you were
I'm
here.
looking. There is
Oh,
like,
that's nice.
there's,
Why
like,
did
no
you have to say
overlap.
that?
Yeah. Incredibles one star. Oh no, that's a heart. That wasn't a 1 star.
That's crazy.
That would have been
I
insane.
would've
Like,
been-
what the fuck? I didn't even want to say anything. I was like, that might be a joke.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, that
If
might be a
I
joke.
got that sitting on my jacket and I allow somebody to go through my letterbox, I'm just the boldest nigga on the planet.
I swear to God, that was a star. I was like, whoa. I can't mention that. That might ruin bro's career.
Yeah, no, he would have been done.
Loud House movie 2-star. You're so right, bro. You are right, brother. Ooh, I hate that shit. I hate
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah,
Ooh,
no, I
brother.
didn't fuck with that movie.
Brother.
Yeah, that shit was ass. The spy movie wasn't even really good neither. So
I ain't watched that one because I don't gotta rank every Nickelodeon movie ever again. You can't make me.
That's
You
good.
better go
That's good.
list up, nigga. You better go be a completionist. What the fuck wrong with you?
You can't make me do it.
You better go do it, nigga. Stop playing.
you saw Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, I saw that shit downstairs. My roommate put it on.
I might have gassed this a bit too much in my head in an unfair kind of way, but still enjoyed it.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't watch it again though.
The novelty just didn't live up to it that much.
Yeah. Especially like the way my roommate was selling it to me. He was like, "Yo, them niggas wilding and that shit." I was like, "Okay," and we watched it, and I was like, "I mean, this is alright." You ever see that Simpsons where he's like where he hears about the world's biggest beer, and then he finally sees it, and he's like, "Yeah, it's pretty big, I guess."
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Like it's like this big ass jar, but it's still like hell, whatever. I guess.
Basically.
Now that it's in front of me, it's like whatever.
Didn't even make it's like what you had in mind was a better idea than what they actually did.
Yeah, probably.
You saw Madam Web.
Oh yeah.
You're strong.
I don't even remember.
I was honestly
where's that at?
There you go. You say you don't even remember.
I ain't even rate it. That's good. I do. I know it. I know it was on though, because I remember my girlfriend asking me to put it on, so I know that shit was on for sure.
They made another Zoe 101.
Yeah, Zoe 102. That shit ass, nigga. I hate that shit. That shit had me hot.
I did not
Oh
know
God,
that.
Zoe
Bro,
102.
Oh my god.
That
Bro,
shit had me
I didn't know
hot.
that was out.
Because dude, like the stuff that happens to Zoe 101 happens to those people when they are children. They are in high school. And then you got these two fucks, Zoe and Chase, that can't let that dumb shit go. They 35 and they fucking acting like this shit happened 2 weeks ago. It is the fam. It is so annoying. That might be what I wrote. That shit had me hot. It wasn't
Oh
about
no!
It was
Oh
not about-
no! Nah, that shit funny.
God
I
damn.
don't have any memories watching Zoe 101. It wasn't a show that I flocked to the most. Unfortunately, my favorite what's it called? Live action Nick show is getting dogged on TikTok because the actors are weirdo niggas, and I get it, but like I really like Nancy Classified. That shit was funny.
Nessie,
Niggas
what?
are getting Nancy Classified was
Nancy
a funny
Classified?
show.
Oh, Nessie
Exclusive on Real?
Classified. Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. No.
Niggas are getting
yes,
on
podcast they have.
Yeah. Granted, I have not watched the podcast because like I
Nasty.
unironically really like that show. If I watch that podcast, I'm not gonna like that show no more.
That's so that
Yeah.
that is true actually.
Yeah,
Our
because
podcast
them
is
niggas
nasty
be
too.
talking about some bullshit that's just like, what the fuck does this have to do with Nessie Classified? Because what they
don't
made a
know.
podcast and they ran out of show to talk about. It's like you made a podcast based on this old show that is done with, and it's like, yeah, how long was this supposed to go? Like, what else were y'all supposed to talk about? We don't care
Yeah.
about your sex lives, you
I
know?
don't want to know. I don't care. I don't care. Can people please stop dogging on Nessie Classified? It was a funny ass show. Come on, bro. Like, there's an episode where
That's just how it happens, Taj. It's now time for people to hate it. That's how it works.
I'll survive, no doubt. No fear.
that's really funny.
Bring it
You're hovering
on.
over it because while I was at the hotel at fucking Disney, me and the homie didn't watch twice, but we watched Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. That shit fun as hell.
No, this is the Twice
a good
Upon a
thing,
Christmas.
That I vaguely remember that one. The animation kind of crazy. I'm not gonna hold you. Like,
Kinda. That shit crazy.
It's bad. We can
That
look a
shit
little
crazy.
bit at it. It's bad.
Oh, there they go right there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Look at that! Look at that!
I think Mickey should only be
Oh,
animated like
man.
this now. That's my new decision.
They look like
I only want to
can't.
Them shits
They
look
look-
like actual rat ears instead of like circles.
like
Yeah,
the silhouette doesn't look good, which is kind of crazy because that's the whole point about Mickey, bro. What are we talking about?
the heads are just too big, or they need to make the ears bigger.
hot dog.
Like, fuck.
This nigga will go into song anytime we bring a hot topic up. That shit funny as hell.
Hot dog, hot diggity
Hey,
dog.
dog.
It's wait, Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. I mean, Twice Upon a Christmas. It's just one of those things where it's like they felt compelled to follow up, but it's like, why? The first was so perfect. There's nothing else you can really do. I mean, and most of the stories were based on like public domain fairy tales. So it's like, why don't y'all just use more of those if you gotta do this?
I don't know. It kind of upsets me that the last time we ever saw like adults, well, like father Goofy and like adult like leaving college Max was in Twice Upon a Christmas, and it was a dumbass song segment. They couldn't even be bothered to give them niggas like an interesting story. Ooh, that makes me mad. Hey,
The fact that they couldn't even give them Roxanne.
it was just a random ass new girl that he met in college.
It's like, what do we? And it's just because they were like, well, we didn't really know how to do the hair right, so we really didn't want to try to push anything. Which I guess I don't blame them, but it's like you could just see she cut her hair. It's she went to college. We can believe that.
I can believe that.
Like, I mean, it's a drastic change, but so. Oh
He don't
man,
talk to her no more. He don't talk to her no more. That's what it's about.
basically,
Roxanne don't exist no more. He don't talk to her.
yeah, she ain't like the fact that he worked at the House of Mouse.
What the hell? What up? She pulled up once and she was voiced by Tara Strong.
Was
Oh,
she?
Roger.
No, was she? I thought she.
Yeah.
I thought
I
they
think
got
she was, yeah.
Lacey Chabert back for it.
Ah, nigga, that was Tara Strong.
No, she did not pull up.
Ew. My Tara
For House of
Strong.
Mouse?
Yeah, for the house of Mouse.
That's kind of weird, especially since. Yeah, it shouldn't have been hard to get her. She was on Wild Thornberries by that time.
Fuck Wild Thornberry.
Whoa, what wild thornberries? Why? What they do to you? What they do to you?
Why
Everything.
you start laughing at me?
They did everything.
Type shit.
I
Nigga,
love
dog.
that shit.
There's about two living beings that got mad at you by you saying fuck wild.
Word. Nigga boiling mad. Hey, boiling mad.
Trying to think, something I saw, I forgot.
Hot dog.
Hot dog, hot dog, hot
Bum, ba-dum,
dog.
ba-dum.
Yeah, the
I gotta
maestro.
rewatch Meet the Robinsons. I gotta rewatch that.
I should give that a rewatch at some point.
I remember, I remember having a good time with it. I feel like based off the 3D like Disney like pre-Tangled, like way before Tangled, I guess, like era. I remember having a good time with that more than like I think that and Bolt were like my two favorites when I was really young.
Oh my god.
Bolt.
I like
Crazy.
Bolt. I rewatched Bolt like a year ago.
Look. When I was younger, I like my fixation was like The Incredibles. You picked Bolt. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What? I like The Incredibles too, but I was like, oh, I love dogs, so I wanted to watch Bolt. That's why.
I want to
I love
say
dogs.
The Incredibles is for real niggas though.
But I love dogs. Put a dog in there and then I'll watch.
That's not for real niggas.
I guess. Then I'm not a real nigga, I guess.
There you go right
I
there.
love
I know
dogs.
it.
I mean,
Whoa.
look.
I love
now,
dogs.
now hold up.
Whoa.
Now let's be real a little bit here, Tariq. You're biased considering you don't like dogs as much as cats.
I don't mean nothing, man. I don't mean
Oh,
nothing.
he got a dog? Wait a minute.
Yeah, nigga hates his dog. He already talks to him.
Super dog.
Man, he don't leave me alone, man.
Be telling Tony shut the fuck up.
Cause he won't shut the fuck up. He making me
See,
mad.
so you're just biased.
Nigga hates dogs.
I be trying to chill.
Mm.
I be like, come on, bro.
Man, you put Dragon Ball Superhero at 4 stars?
What? What did
You
you
love
put
that
it at?
I feel like we had the conversation
Oh.
before.
I would put it at. I just want to know like how much do you like it? I don't think I've heard you talk about it specifically. I actually want to know what you think about it.
I thought it was good.
Like before I say anything.
I thought it was pretty good. I was happy that they actually took a step back from Vegeta and Goku and said, let's actually beef up Piccolo and Gohan. I do wish Gohan played a little bit more of a role.
Now before we get too far into this, I would prefer if there is not anything that's super known for it not to be talked about, because I
Okay,
have fortunately recently am now actually getting into Dragon Ball. So
Oh, that's
Oh,
crazy.
damn.
got you.
Oh.
We got you. We're not gonna say too
Okay.
much. We're not gonna
Okay,
say
yeah,
too
I
much.
won't talk about nothing.
because I know,
too
like, I
specific.
know, oh yeah, Orange Piccolo, Beast Gohan, but it's like, everything else, I don't know much.
Okay, we
so.
got you. We got you. I feel like we can still talk about the movie like
Yeah.
that.
Kiwi, what made you want to throw your life away like that?
See,
What's wrong with
look,
you
look,
niggas?
So
Okay, nigga.
Freaking hater.
Whoa,
Freaking
whoa.
Big
Just
time hater.
because a nigga don't.
Nigga
started-
came on my
started
stream and started
watching-
talking shit.
Just want to know.
so I think y'all met
Throw
him.
your
I
life
think-
away is
I
nuts.
think y'all met him, but our friend Ed started watching Dragon Ball with his girlfriend, and so I guess hopped on the train with him, and so I started at the Boo Saga.
What the hell?
Wait, nigga,
why?
wait, what the
What are you
want you to
talking
know-
about?
fuck did you
I
start
just want you to
there?
know those words
I
mean
put my
nothing to
phone
me.
down. I was fully texting a very important message. My phone.
Why did you
Why?
start?
Why
You're
did you do
going.
Hey!
That shit
You're
ain't mean nothing to me.
you're rewatching Dragon Ball Z, and instead of just
I'm
starting
not
from
rewatching. I'm watching it for the first time.
okay.
even
That's
crazier.
worse. That's worse. That's
even
worse.
crazier.
That's worse.
That's even
You're
crazier, nigga.
you're
What are you
watching
talking
Dragon
about?
Ball Z for the first time, and instead of just starting at the very beginning, you're like at the last season, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I
Tariq,
mean, look,
to give you like an example of what this is like, that's like if Kiwi said, I just started BoJack. I started at season 5. It's pretty good. That's basically how it is.
I knew you was gonna say BoJack too. That's
Because I was like, Family Guy don't got a story arc. It don't fucking
nah.
matter.
This
When you
is
start
what
that.
season niggas could say for Family Guy that'll piss me off.
I don't know it. I'm still an amateur.
What would that be
Yeah,
like?
well,
Season if they said they started at 22.
Nah, if your very first year is like 10, that would piss me off. That's a bad year to
Oh
start
yeah,
with.
you can't start at 10.
If you start at 10, that should have had me hot.
Damn, bro. I just started watching Family Guy. What's the first episode you watched? The one where they got stuck inside during the hurricane and Meg went off
That's
on her friends.
literally that's
Yeah, no.
season 10. That's season
Yeah,
10 episode
exactly.
2. That shit right there.
That nigga Tyreek hears that, he's going crazy, bro. But nah, bro, that's nuts. Like,
Boo Saga is.
dude,
Kiwi.
Boo Saga
Wait,
is
so- okay, so why?
crazy. Like, I'm like a Boo Saga defender too, but like, brother, like,
You don't
I mean,
start
so-
with
so.
Boo Saga.
Anyways, I mean, my whole point is that
he said,
look. I'm gonna go back either way. I'm gonna go back either way because I'm it's good. Just had to start watching it, but it's like, yeah. This is like, now that I've gotten through half of One Piece, that whole arc was like infinitely better paced than One Piece. Like,
yeah, no, ooh,
Yes,
ooh,
definitely.
brother.
that arc was just
Wait,
like
you're saying the Boo
many
arc is
things-
more well paced
so many
than
things happened. So many things happened in that arc, and like it would take One Piece like 200 episodes.
Kiwi's not wrong.
no,
You're not
no.
wrong.
Kiwi's
You're-
a lot
highly
of
wrong.
shit
What
does
are we
happen.
doing?
Well, no, a lot of shit does happen,
Okay.
and the One Piece anime is very poorly paced. But I think where you're confused is that you're not correlating that's a good thing. It's not to you it's not clicking, because a lot of shit does happen in the Boo Saga, and that's a bit of an issue with it. But like, I don't. Well, I also
because
actually,
it's
man,
not
how
well
do you feel about
paced.
One Piece's pacing?
Huh?
How do you feel about One Piece's pacing? Actually,
I read the manga and it's very well
Oh.
paced. So
Oh yeah, no.
and
no, manga.
and now
Manga's so much
anime
easier.
wise, now yes, to be fair, anime wise, they are some dickheads because they keep they don't know how to like condense the stories well and adapt them into the episodes. But that's why they're redoing the anime again this time around, like Dragon Ball Z Kai, but now One Piece. But like, all of
You heard
One
that.
Piece is crazy.
Nah.
It's just
Fuck
yeah,
One
but anyway, yeah, better pacing. So yeah,
That's
you know, I
crazy.
just I'm gonna hop on the Dragon Ball train before I get back on One Piece train because
Well, you need to start at the very
that
beginning first.
yeah, I know. But man, man, Punk Hazard, whew, it is a doozy. Whew.
Punk Hazard.
You're right.
Punk Hazard is a doozy.
Cool
Oh,
times
yeah.
in Punk Hazard. However, it takes a minute.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, yeah. Man, wait, man. Did you finish getting your thoughts out about the Dragon Ball Super movie?
Oh, yeah, it's a good move. I thought it was really good because it did give the boost that I wanted to see out of the Piccolo and Gohan. I did think I wish Gohan had a little bit more agency in the film. You know, like something like they just built him up a little better. I don't know. But that's just kind of the only thing. But I really enjoyed it. The action was good. I like the animation. It took some getting used to with them deciding to go 2D instead of how they had the Broly movie. So, but I enjoyed it. I really like Superhero.
Okay.
When I look at
Okay.
art from Superhero, I think it's like this is really cool. I like how they did that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I actually really like the art style. I kind of think I prefer the superhero art style over Broly. Like the art style, not like some of the cuts. I think Broly obviously has crazy like animation cuts.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the art style in general, especially for just like chill scenes, I don't know. I think superhero is like very fun and bouncy. Okay. Yeah. I just want to know your thoughts. I think it has the same issue I have with every post end of Z Dragon Ball movie, where it kind of feels like the movie is like doing a lot of setup, which is like usually good setup, and then there's a fight
Mm-hmm.
instead of like having both feel like original Dragon Ball feels like a lot of like there's a lot of fights and the fights are like they're good fights and it's for the fights, but it feels like the plot and the fights are intertwined. And it doesn't just feel like the plot happens so that there can be a fight, but it feels like the plot happens and then there's a fight. I hope
Right.
I'm making sense.
Yeah. No, I see.
I'm using very
No, I get
Yeah,
what you
I
mean.
think- yeah. I feel like it has that, and it's a very like small issue, but like I'm like I wish the fights didn't just feel like it feels like it's like okay guys, now it's time for what you've been waiting for, and the older Dragon Ball stuff doesn't really feel like that. All the, like with some fights, like it feels like it doesn't feel like they're like okay guys, it's fight time. It just feels like a fight happens because events happened in the plot that led to it, and not like we're like okay, let's have a fight. So now let's do these things in the plot so that we can have the fight.
Right. Pretty much. I think the pacing for a superhero was a lot better for it to just build it up and just kind of put the characters in domestic roles or just let us see them in domestic roles like how they were in Super, and then we get to the big climactic fights and it's just all the sweeter for it. And it's just a good payoff in general because it's paced out really well. Like you don't feel exhausted by the end. You're like, it just had all the right highs where it needed. But yeah, I think Superhero was a genuinely good Dragon Ball movie. And now I gotta get the Daima now.
Same.
People are saying it's fun. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until it's all out. I don't think Daima's gonna have me on that weekly wait. I think I'll need something a little more interesting.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm already doing that with Don Don, so like.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm kind of waiting on the dubs to come out. If I watch it through that, because I know Stephanie Naldoni is coming back for Kid Goku, so I'm like, ooh, I really want to hear that. Since we didn't get Goku, since we didn't get to have her voice KO and OKKO.
I'm so sad.
I was so bad we lost out on that.
I lucky remember that was one of the main reasons I wanted OKKO because I was like, oh shit, that's Goku.
Mhm.
in like the what was
That
it
really
like
was Goku,
Cartoon Network
bro.
short? Was that the original like the first
Yeah,
one? Was it
in
like
Yeah.
Lakewood
Cartoon Network
Plaza
on that pilot?
Turbo.
Yeah, that I was like, oh, that's Goku. Yes, give me a cartoon. And the cartoon was good. I love it, but I was like, damn, wish there was a Goku in there.
Hmm. Oh, would have loved it. Why didn't you get to do that? It was like a scheduling conflict thing. Like I remember it was like Ian explained on the Pizza Party podcast. He said it was literally just scheduling conflict. Nothing special. Just just boring shit. Ugh. But yeah. Chat, pick out any movies. Got a whole smorgasbord here.
Yeah, come on, chat.
Let's get a shuffle going. Uh,
I'm looking at these. I actually grew a lot of these.
Damn it. Damn me for being agreeable.
Oh yeah.
I gave this a 4, but I kind of meant to. Kind of should take these back a little bit. It's not that great a movie.
Imagine your teacher change your grade after report cards go out.
Oh, that's vile work. Holy shit.
You probably sue after that.
Like, yo, what the fuck? Yeah, I look back. Your work was shit. It was very good.
So actually,
It was very bad.
get that grade back, homeboy.
No rating for Nausicaa. I forgot to rate this.
Yeah, what would you rate it?
What did I say? Might Loki just keep it be like 3.5? Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's where I stand.
That's valid.
With it. It's just simple 3.5. I like it, but just kind of moved it. It just kind of moved a little too slow for me.
I think
He hates that shit.
no, I think you gave like Interstellar 5 stars.
Yes.
I think it was a little bit lower. No, I was thinking. It's been a minute since I've seen that. I'm into Daft Punk, but I thought the movie was again alright. Was there a plot?
Yeah. There was a plot in the movie. Like it very much is like just if it's mainly a metaphor for, Daft Punk or artists being taken advantage of and being forced to be artificial,
Okay.
And
I get you.
yeah, so and also losing their lives to these record labels. It's a pretty simple story, but it's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's good. And plus the music does carry it because it's fucking Daft Punk. That album is fucking sex.
That shit is so good. That shit is so good.
I did see one that I need to know if your opinion has changed.
But
You gave Black Widow 4 stars. Do you still agree with that?
shoot, do I agree with that? What did I say for that? Let's shuffle again.
Because 4 stars to me, that's pretty high. I don't hate Black Widow, but 4 stars, I don't know if I'd give it 4
I
stars.
forgot they even made that shit.
Yeah, I can't. I don't think I want to give it 4 stars at this point because while it had funny moments, the rest of the plot was just kind of ass.
I find it very
Pretty
surprising
fun and
how
entertaining
actually I don't really keep up with what's it called anymore. More later Marvel shit. I really saw again, like my most recent one was like Wolverine and Deadpool, and that's it. I've been so not interested in anything they've been making recently.
Yeah,
That's so
I mean,
valid.
it's because we're at the point where the Marvel movies have become like the Marvel comics, where it's like, yeah, your premier heroes, you either killed them off or they're just kind of boring to watch right now. and you didn't hype up any of the new blood, so we're just kind of we're in this endless loop where people are just like, just keep giving me the old guys. But the problem with live action is the actors get old, so you have to keep resetting these characters, and but you keep resetting them too soon, and everyone's just like, I don't care. I don't care anymore. So like, we're just at this point where everyone's just doing, the MCU is just, I don't know what they're doing. They're trying to get people back in get back in people's good graces with Doctor Doom, and trying to do Fantastic Four, but I don't know.
Isn't it so cool how they're gonna make a Fantastic Four movie and the villain isn't Doctor Doom? That's so cool. That's so awesome. Like,
Them going against Galactus feels so weird, because it's just like, that's too big.
I don't even know how they're gonna go against him. Like, are they gonna fight him, or are they gonna just hang out?
I mean, they have gone against him. If I'm right, he is kind of their villain a lot of the time, but I don't know. It depends on how they plan on defeating him. If they do it in a way where it's like, oh, okay, they actually went as far as, I mean, they actually were able to make that entertaining. It's like, cool. But,
Yeah, no, that, I think last time I was on a Letterboxd stream on this channel, I was saying, like, Marvel movies are a bit meh, but, like, I still got hope. I kind of don't right now. I'm not gonna lie. I think them announcing RDJ as Doctor Doom might have been the craziest, not smartest decision they've made in like a while.
yeah.
That is because no one. I don't. Well, there were people who were excited. I'm not gonna say no one because that's not true. But it's the way that like all the like comic book people were like, no one was like, oh fuck yeah. They're all like, oh okay, or this is awful, and that's not what you want at your biggest event of the year.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people. I saw a lot of people see that shit and they're like, "Oh," or "Damn, this sucks."
Yeah, like, why is he white? That's the crazy. Like, am I surprised? No. Am I disappointed? Yes.
Yeah. It really was just one of those, it's a desperate move that maybe it goes well, but I don't know. Their best bet is don't connect it to Tony. Like, don't try to be like, it's an alternate version of Tony, or don't have anyone even acknowledge it. Like, just seriously, keep it a case of like, this is just a same actor you playing a totally different character. That's it. Mm-hmm. They do not connect.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
Like, oh
no, people are going crazy. Yeah. No, it's gonna be very interesting. Yeah, the professor in chat says them announcing RDJ as Doctor Doom is a cry for help. We should see it that way, in the professor's opinion, and I kind of see that way too. It's definitely like, guys, look, we got Robert Downey Jr., who is a really good actor.
It's
like,
a clear cry for help. They know it's like they're in a corner right now. They don't know how to get themselves out of it, because it's like, yeah, people are kind of sick of the legacy shit. They're sick of just seeing the same old, and especially since it's mostly just these sort of bad adaptations where they're just watering down the meanings of the stories or who the characters are. And so more people just say, why bother with this shit? It's not really giving me what I want. I mean, there's a reason why X-Men 97 had a massive surge for people. Like, people who were major MCU fans were shocked, and they're just like, yo, this is good. Oh my goodness. They were hoping it was connected to the MCU, but it's like, nah, this is its own thing. Thankfully, but you know, it's the fact that it was like, let's just bring the characters, these characters who have been missing from the mainstream spotlight, or I can't say mainstream spotlight, who've been missing from, I guess, the animated spotlight for a long time. Let's just bring them back to their purest form, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the biggest thing, that if the MCU were to continue to survive, it's like, you got to bring things back to its purest. You got to get back to really showcasing how fucked up the heroes can be, but how great they can also be when the chips are down, you know?
No, 100%. Nathaniel Fogarty in chat says, honestly, if he goes out like a full petty motherfucker, like his performance in Oppenheimer, that I think RDJ as Doom could work. I think I agree in a way, as in I think RDJ is a really good actor actually. Like I watched Oppenheimer, I had a good time. I think he's excellent in that. I think performance wise, he is probably going to do excellent unless the director does a bad job of directing him. But I feel like he's also a good enough actor where he can also just do it too. But it depends. But I think the main issue, and I guess this isn't like the main issue is like in terms of like what casting Robert Downey Jr., who is like a white guy, as far as I know,
Yeah.
as a non-white character, specifically like of Romani descent, a group of people who in the MCU, like there's like 4 Romani characters, all played by white people,
Oh,
and that's
jeez.
the main issue. Like Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, Doctor Doom. Actually, there might be 3, but no, Magneto is not Romani. Magneto is just Jewish. But like the point is, like those people, like the actors, not Romani, and even with Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, they're also their actors are also not Jewish.
Yeah.
And it's a big, crazy issue. And it's, I mean, they casted him. All I can say is the only hopeful thing is I hope they only casted him for like this and the next big Avengers, and then they do some multiverse nonsense where they get a Romani actor because Robert Downey Jr. is expensive. And
Yeah,
they're like,
really.
I don't know if we want to spend that much money for a villain that we're probably going to want to use a lot.
Yeah,
So,
that's the thing. It's like, why not just? They could have just gotten some Romani actor who probably wouldn't have charged them. We're low key past this point of star power being a thing that saves movies anymore. Like at this point, it's like it's only if it's been a franchise or people remember like the previous movie that came out beforehand. You know, it's at this point people are just like, eh, I don't. I don't care that you have a celebrity in there anymore. It's cool that they're there, but it's not good.
But
If the movie,
I think the point is like what you're saying though is that is
yeah.
because there is a franchise and they like, oh, we got him back. Don't you miss this nigga? I know y'all missed this nigga. Well, we got him back. He right back with us and he giving us some new shit. He doing something else now, but he's still with us. He came back with us. Like I think that's the point of it. You know, it's not saying that it'll work, but you know, I think that's what they're trying to get off.
yeah,
yeah.
it's just that sad move where they. It's that last bastion of wanting to get by on the celebrity of it all and saying, "Hey, we got it back for the franchise," but it's like it's like Robert Downey Jr.'s one is getting old and he's still expensive, so.
Yeah, I think he's getting paid some ridiculous number for the ones he's in. And he's going to be in those movies a lot. So, yeah, no, it's a lot. I do think that the executives, and this is not to say that like Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans are like not like stars. They are, obviously. But I think the executives overestimate how much star power they have versus how much star power the characters they play have. I also think it's like a thing of like, because what's that movie? Red One casted Chris Evans,
Yeah.
and no one's watching that movie, or maybe people are. I don't know, but I don't hear anyone talking about it. And I feel like they're like, oh yeah, it's a star. He's a star just like The Rock. But like, if you actually look at like who are like actual like stars now, it's not like Chris Evans. It's like the ones who are doing like the non-superhero ones like Chalamet or Austin Butler
Zendaya. Yeah.
or Zendaya. Like those are the ones who are selling the tickets. Like people are going to their movies because they're in it. No one
Yeah.
being like, I love Chris Evans. I should go watch Red One. Well, maybe someone, but not most people are gonna do that.
Yeah, no, ain't nobody trying to see Red One for The Rock trying to act like an elf. So, yeah.
Sounds awesome, actually.
If you want to go see that, I mean, the most they got going for it is what's his name?
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons, like getting ripped, like just doing his workouts.
Awesome. You're selling this movie to me.
Have fun, bro.
I mean, if it's fun, it's fun. Shut up.
Yeah, it's like
I
have
heard
fun. That's all I
heard
can
it's
say if it
expensive.
is.
I heard it's like got a crazy budget.
Oh God. Yeah, they did like
I-
go for
actually
MCU like budget with this, if I'm right.
250 million.
They're insane.
That's so much money.
There's no way in hell they thought they was gonna get that back.
That's so
That's
much
insane.
Them
money.
niggas like, man, just take it, bro. Here.
That's
Let me
dumb.
get some of that free money, man.
Like shit,
200
bro. Let me get that type of cash. That's
You know what I would do for
Fuck.
200 million? Turn my motherfucking phone off. Put my shit on airplane mode, nigga. That's what I do.
no one ever call you again. Oh my God.
People,
200.
The movie's only made 88 million. This movie's only made 88 worldwide right now. They're cooked. They're done.
Why did they make this, bro? Why did they let The Rock convince them to make this? Because The Rock said he watched Oppenheimer and said, I need to make this movie.
What?
Wait. So what you're telling me is homie saw a movie about like one of like a historical tragedy that's like ever happened. It said, "Damn, bruh, I
Yeah.
need to play Santa's bodyguard on everything."
I need
like,
to make this movie.
Yeah.
Rock is a silly
That's
nigga,
really
man.
funny.
That's a silly
That's really
nigga,
funny.
man.
Like Adam Sandler, I just watched Titanic. I need to make 8 Crazy Nights. I need to make 8 Crazy Nights right now.
Lord.
gotta make it crazy nice, bruh.
Oh
That's
my God.
yeah, he bodied that shit. I love it crazy.
I gotta I used to have that shit on DVD.
That's the technical. Wow.
That's deers eating shit. I'll never forget that. I will never forget the deers eating shit off the road.
It is crazy how, again, like it's made by the niggas who also made like Iron Giant, right? That's why it's so like welly animated or whatever.
It is kind of pretty.
No.
It is a pretty movie.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm looking
Pretty
at this,
movie,
So I'm
but-
looking at Red One.
Yeah.
The director
No.
made Slacker Cats.
What the fuck?
He did.
What the fuck type?
No
That
wonder
resume
this
is
is
all over
expensive.
the
They got-
place.
It's a beautiful
got
world we
JK
live in,
Simmons.
folks.
That's the technical. Wow.
Lucy Liu, Nick Kroll. That's crazy. Damn, I didn't even know Lucy Liu was in this movie.
They're just getting that anybody they wanted.
Like this, they're gonna love this. Everyone's gonna go to see it. We're spending $250 million. That's so much
A
money.
lot of motherfuckers.
Apparently, The Rock was paid $50 million. I don't know if I believe that.
Hey, let me get some of that bread, Rock.
I can believe that. 50 million for The
Let me
Rock.
get some of that bread.
The nigga got the
that's a
ego
lot
for
of
it.
money.
The nigga got the
That's
ego
so
for it to try to push for a deal like that.
Bread.
That's true. In my mind, maybe it's hindsight. If I'm the director and they're like, we're gonna spend 250, I'm like, there's no way. We're not making it back. There's like actually no way. 88 million. Like even if the only money they spent was paying The Rock, they still didn't like really make it back at this point. Like that's crazy.
God, so much money just for celebrity. They get hopefully they get their money's worth. I mean, it's still not exactly Christmas yet, but I still don't think niggas would care to go watch it like that.
I hope everyone who worked on it has a great holiday.
I hope everyone who worked on it, all the crew gets their bonuses for this bullshit.
Get
That's
some of that
true.
bread.
250 million. That's so much money. I kind of want to see it now because that's a lot of money. That's actually so like
You
not
just-
to like help them because I want to see what they did.
Just want to see
I
how
really
much
wanna
of a
see
wreck
what
it
they
was.
I want to see what they made. Like, because
Watch you watch
don't
it,
know,
and
it
it's
feels
nothing it's nothing to write home about. It's like the most boring shit ever because
It
it's
might
so
be.
by the numbers.
it might be. I mean, it's a movie where The Rock plays a tough guy in a silly situation. He's done that like 50 times.
I love that shit.
How you feel about Tooth
for
Fairy?
it.
What you say?
Tooth Fairy? How you
I
feel
ain't
about
watched
Tooth Fairy?
What? I was too old by the time they made that shit.
They got the Rock. Actually,
I saw the game plan. I saw that in theaters.
I did not
Had
see
that
the
on
game in the
DVD.
theater.
but I
That-
did see that movie. It's been so long though.
Yeah, I had it on DVD. It was fun. It was a nice
Nigga
movie.
had the game plan on DVD. He had it on DVD.
On
I
DVD.
did, I did too.
Kiwi gets it.
It's a hard
Us-
movie. I mean, come on now.
Look at it. This is beautiful. We're all bonding over the game plan.
You got me.
Yeah, thank you, The Rock. Thank you, Dwayne.
Thank you, The
And,
Rock.
and
Oh,
with
yeah,
that,
The Rock is crazy.
and with that, we can close out the stream.
Everyone in chat say thank you, The Rock. Thank you, The Rock. I'll take it. No one else
man.
does. I will.
Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you all for joining me on this stream. Thank you to Chill, Kiwi, Tariq, and Taj, talking all the good stuff with films. Remember, y'all, there's exclusive videos where I cover Bebe's Kids, Robot Dreams, and Maya and the Three over on my Patreon just for $1. Just remember that. Chat, remains in the chat. Just go to the link in there or to the description. Thank you all. And always remember, it's just a thought.